I'll just play the game, since you want me to start the game. I'll hit continue. I'm checking the menus out. It is. We have a lot of save slots. They did not hold back here. The art does look good. It's really nice. Is this stretched? Did I stretch it by making it full screen? Or is it just looks like that? The M on my body. That's a very, like, it's a little guy font. But I do like the line, the art. We have a little menu. I think that's all you need for a... Thank you, yeah. Don't forget to check the game out on Steam. If you are watching the VOD, it doesn't show up, but the stream elements, yeah, it just looks like that. Okay, I just since it I go to full screen outside of windowed, but that's just what the bottom part looks like. It feels like it's you know, the font isn't that tall. That's what I was thinking. Don't worry, here you go. We got back into full screen. And we're ready to game. I'm hitting start. No more stalling. Would be a shame if we forgot about each other, don't you think? Excuse me, do you mind if I sit here? Anyone could do something as simple as that. Is this seat taken? Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting the life I was given. What? So sad. May I sit here? Oh my god. Are you seeing this? I love this little guy. It goes roop, roop, roop. I like it. That's satisfying. Sometimes the words that were said matter less than the feelings attached to them. Nobody's sitting here, right? Okay, let's analyze what's going on here, chat. I have to read this again and think. Half of these are a person talking. No, because it's written. Look, because it's written like this is a dialogue without making the things clear. But clearly, this first thing is thought, and then the second one is a person trying to talk to them. Nobody's sitting here, right? Can you promise to always remember me, no matter what? And we're still in the head of the person. These words, they rush through my head, from one side to the other, bouncing back and forth, overlapping endlessly until the cacophony is drowned out by my walking mind ringing for air. Still feeling like I'm floating, drifting in and out of this semi-lucid state, I want nothing more to fall back asleep. Wash away the scenes that just played out in my head. Replace them with something meaningless and random. Something that doesn't remind me of her. You gotta get a hobby, man! Go outside! Deep down, and I don't need to do a full comedy mode, I think, but I'm in jokey mode. There's nothing stupid on screen anymore, right? I removed all the jokey images, yes. Okay. And for now, I'm okay down here. Deep down, in the back of my head, there's another, much quieter voice. Barely audible. This subconscious whisper that hardly even qualifies as a voice at all. Jokes are serious, and I am serious in saying that I did not inform the dev, still I'm playing. If you want the dev to know, I guess you'll have to reach out. Because I can't do it. I'm putting my hands up, I'm saying it how it is. I'm physically incapable of doing it. I uninstalled Discord. That one was a joke. I didn't actually uninstall Discord. To you, I'm always serious, Joe. I never make jokes in your mind, so I guess nothing changed. Maybe? I don't know. Ah. Yeah, but maybe they'll see it. It says they're not online on Discord, but, you know, I'm not online on Discord right now. And clearly, I just set it to offline. So, who knows? I'm not gonna play all of the game today, though, so that's okay. Because it's like 4 to 6 hours, it says, and probably it's gonna reach towards 6 hours because I'm reading stuff out. A sound that stands above all others, that thinks about my thoughts, questions, doubts, and worries about them. It's so quiet that I only ever perceive it as being there when I deliberately try to stop thinking. When I struggle with falling asleep at night because every single piece of noise, both ex and internal, keeps me awake, then this is the only layer of thought that always remains. No matter how many of them I shut off, it's always there, always here. And it's here now, telling me it's futile, telling me that no amount of sleep will ever help me forget. As long as her words linger so vividly in my mind, they will always come back to haunt me, and I only have myself to blame. Her image won't fade until I decide to let it, to take it down and burn it to ashes, and I move myself a little bit to the right for you. And there you go. Now I'm not playing a game where I cover anything here. There you go. Oop. And I'm just covering your guys' buttons. There's save and loads and play and autoplay buttons here. But that's okay. Let me see this. Okay, error, no entries found. Unless this is intended, please visit your local Neuralink center for further assistance with diagnosing and resolving the underlying issue. We apologize for any potential inconvenience this might cause. We found it. Surely this is the only time you can find us. Click it, click it, click, 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 click. Config. Okay, return. Okay, chat. Chat. There's the options, okay. This one saves. Okay. Right click returns. Good design. Right click returns. Very intuitive. I'm awake. My head is throbbing with pain. How much did I drink last night? Whoa. Room. I finally decide to sit up and open my eyes, finding myself in a completely unfamiliar room. Where the hell? I get up unusually quickly, which I instantly regret when the dizziness almost knocks me down. I take a short moment to focus and finally look at the unfamiliar room in front of me. Am I well audible? Is the audio balancing fine? And did I open the thing again and type? I could be a little louder. So that means the game should be a little quieter, or I move my... Because you know, does that not just mean I should make the game a little... There you go, a little quieter, and then you can make me louder? I don't kind of want to... It's not bad though. Okay, then I don't pull the game. I just want to know if you can hear me when I'm reading out things. Or if it's fucking unlistenable and terrible. You know? You can always turn up the volume, but only if the game isn't way too loud against it. That's why I'm checking. You want me to type this? No search result. That doesn't do anything. That didn't do anything. Okay. You're just bug testing. Actually, if you wanna be bug testing, you could type _sponsor and you can download the game yourself for free. I'm joking. I'm joking. I know you played the game. That would just be a sponsor activation I could do there. You know? I know you already played it. I know, don't worry. I know, I'm late to the party. There you go, I moved the microphone around a little bit. Maybe it's better now, perchance. Maybe. I'm always a little coy with putting it too close to my mouth. Oh, it's nicer. That's good. Feels good. That's good. I get up unusually quickly, which I instantly regret when the dizziness almost knocks me back down. I take a short moment to focus and finally look at the unfamiliar room in front of me. 3 beds. 1 now empty, a woman in each of the other 2. I don't see them. Can't recall ever having seen either of them. I don't see them, I think. Should I? I try to remember what I've been up to last night. But my brain just doesn't want to cooperate at all. How the hell did I get here? I notice the 2 doors at the other end of the room and slowly make my way towards them. I open one that leads ahead. A bathroom. I don't recognize this room either. I walk towards the sink to splash some water on my face. There we are, we are gaming. My reflection, looking up, my reflection stares back at me. It looks like shit. I look like shit, tired as always. But then again, do I really look like someone who drank himself into forgetting how he got here in the first place? Yeah, my head's a pain. I'm so nauseous I can barely stand, but that's just how it is sometimes. I don't know. Something is off. Something is off! Shit! I check out the door next to the bathroom. Oh, it's a nice little kitchen. We could eat off the floor. Definitely doesn't look like anyone's been partying here last night. I'm sure of it, but... Then what happened? What is this place? I try my best to focus and take another look around the room. Is there anything that could give me any sort of hint? Is this underground? There's no windows. Wait, where is the exit? There's another door leading left from the kitchen. I enter the room that lies beyond it. Before I can even process what kind of... It's a room with a door and a desk. My entire attention is directed towards the door at the other side of it. I did look at this. It looks like I can click it. A strange metal door that looks completely different from the rest. Is this a way out? Da, 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 da. A way out. Joseph Ferris comes in. Fuck the Oscars! My mind clears up. This is what gaming's all about! I shouldn't do that voice at the start of the stream. I'm gonna mess it up for the whole stream. Without even thinking about it, I rush towards that door and place my hand on the weird scanner thing in the center of it. It opens up and reveals... What the... I'm not sure what it revealed, but it's sure as hell not outside. I simply stand still, dumbfounded. Until... Excuse me? A gentle voice rings out behind me. So gentle, yet sending shivers down my spine the moment it reaches my ears. Looks like I'm not granted any more time to sort out the situation I found myself in. Not like I could do so either way. I turn around. Where am I? I don't know. I find myself in front of a beautiful young woman. She's one of the two I saw lying in the remaining beds. Unlike myself, she doesn't look like she just got up at all, but she did. Some people are just blessed like that, huh? Oh, fuck my chungus life. I look so like shit after getting up. Ah. I see. Behind her lies a wall adorned by 3 doors. I entered this hall through the one on the left, and it looks like she used the one in the middle. Does that mean? Without saying another word, I walk right past her and open the door. Evelyn! Is it fan favorite? Fan favorite character? I see. Sure enough, I find myself back in the room I first woke up in. Seems I just didn't notice this door. What do you do? Oh, there's someone else here. And seems like she didn't even notice that another woman was still sleeping here. I shrug. The stranger walks up to the other stranger and softly shakes her. Well, what is it? Wait. Another few seconds of drowsily rubbing her eyes, she abruptly jumps up from her bed. Who the fuck are you? What do you want from me? What the fuck is this place? Fucking fucker? What is she getting so worked up over? Or is this the kind of reaction one is expected to have in a situation like this? We aren't really sure about that either. I'm sorry to say this, but we only just woke up ourselves. She points towards the unmade beds. Oh, and my name is Evelyn. Evelyn. Why do I feel like I already knew that? Very cute. Very cute. It says so in the thing. Let me just... Oh, you can't scroll the lock. You have to type. Okay. I'm just checking because this is a lore. This is a little, you know, little tricky, little sneaky little game. Alright, great. And you? She staggers at me. Adrian. She turns away and starts to look around. What about you, if I may ask? She hesitates briefly, then replies without even turning towards us. Valerie. Once again, it doesn't feel like a new piece of info to me. We're so meta, dude. This is awesome. Did I lose part of my memory after all? Did we all? If so, how? I assume booze is still out of the question. Then did someone make us forget? Is that someone the same person who is to blame for us being here? Who brought us here? So neither of you knows where we are, really? Yes, that is correct. We just woke up here, just like you. Does that lead outside? Her eyes glance past us, straight at the metal door. Outside might not convey it properly. What's that supposed to mean? I feel it's best if you see for yourself. You probably wouldn't truly believe it otherwise. She moves past us and places her hand on the door. We watch it open once more. My pack stamina has recovered and Pokemon trading card game pocket. Type !pocket sponsor and you'll get a download code with my referral link. That one's a joke. That one is a joke. Don't actually type that. That one was a joke. Honestly, I still can't believe this is really happening. Judging from the fact that this is the first time that Valerie is not bombarding us with questions since she woke up, she probably feels similarly. I'm behaving like Ludwig? It's called a joke. I did just give Pokemon Company a free shoutout since the pop-up did come up on my phone. And who says I'm not actually sponsored by this game? If the game is free, so the sponsorship amount of money I'm getting is also zero, no? Of course, a free game, it can be sponsorship even if they don't give you anything. I can say it's a sponsorship because it's free. Yeah, think about that one. Yeah. For a moment, we all just stand here, studying the grey, barren walls around us. Well, at least that's what I do. I have no idea what the other two are thinking. Honestly, I'm just waiting for one of them to make a move or say something. Anything. Then, after a while, Valerie steps forward. She carefully approaches the large door on the other side of the hall, but much more than the door itself, she is wondering about the letters next to it. Check the log. I can scroll it now. We're in the previous scene or something. I should stop doing that all the time, maybe. I can do it sometimes. ATA. Is that... She falls silent. Is that what? Does she have an idea what this place might be? Is this supposed to be some kind of prank? Come on, stop acting like you don't know anything. I'm sorry, but I really don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what those letters refer to, perhaps? Have you been living under some kind of rock? Who the fuck doesn't know what that means? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? She wasn't even addressing me, but it made me wonder. Have I been living under some kind of rock? Should I know what those letters stand for? What's wrong with you, quiet boy? Just gonna stand here and wait until I leave? I don't know what those letters mean either, sorry. That wasn't even a question, damn. Fucker. I have no idea what your deal is, but leave me out of it, will you? Don't expect anything from me unless you decide to spill, alright? With that, she storms off towards the bedroom. Oh, wait a second, please. Evelyn goes after her, and the door closes behind them. Should I follow them? Well, let's be real. Even if I did, what could I realistically do to help? It makes sense that she doesn't trust two random strangers in a situation like this. I'm not even sure why I do. She's probably just panicking right now, and I really don't know what I could say to calm her down. Whatever. I'll let Evelyn try to handle it. She seems much more proficient at this social interaction thing anyway. Is that right, chat? Not that that's all that much of an accomplishment. I think about what I could be doing in the meantime. I guess I could check the remaining door, the one on the right. Unlike the other two, the scanner on this one is red. I place my hand on it anyway, and surprise, nothing happens. Guess red just means it's locked. Well, that's good to know at least. Put that in my mind palace. Put that one in my mind palace. Red. No search results yet. Okay, we're not far enough to put it in a mind palace. We got this hall, the door, with the living room, the kitchen. We got the bedroom, which can also be reached through the kitchen and through the hall. And the bedroom leads to a bath. And then there's the mystery location, yeah. Well, and the large door over there. But before I can come to any earth-shattering realizations, I notice Evelyn has already returned. She locked herself in the bathroom and doesn't reply to anything I'm saying. I suppose we don't have any other choice but to let her be for now. Panicking and distrusting strangers in a situation like this is only natural. I'm sure she will calm down eventually. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what I just thought a minute ago. She took the words right out of my mouth and left me with nothing more to add. I'm sorry. I assume you don't really feel like talking? Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just not very used to, well, being in a situation like this. You mean being kidnapped? Oh, no, just having conversations in general. Oh, right, I understand. It's not like something like this happens every day, after all. It sure doesn't. The conversation thing, I mean. Okay, sorry, I know, one joke. But seriously though, what am I supposed to say right now? There's not much of anything we can do, right? The remaining doors won't budge, and I'm pretty sure we won't be able to just bypass them somehow. So, if that's the case, what could we even talk about? I don't think the atmosphere calls for small talk, not that I'd be very good at that anyway. Should I ask her how she feels about this situation? But I mean, isn't it obvious? How would someone feel about, like, waking up in some strange facility? Oh yeah, I love being here, it's like a super fun mystery, duh. So really, what's left to discuss? Out of nowhere, as if to hand me a topic to talk about, some sort of noise appears on the other end of the hall. Ka-dung, ka-dung! I turn around and realize that Evelyn has already made her way over to the huge door while I was busy with thinking. Anyway, I run over to her. What is that sound? Did you do something? I don't believe I did. I was simply looking around while it suddenly started, good sir. Mommy, could you buy me a pretzel? Could I maybe have a pence to buy a pretzel? I'm trying to give her a British accent, don't mind me. I'm slowly getting into that. Bah! You can't stop me. No one can stop me. I listen closely. It seems to be coming from behind the door, moving upwards. It's the elevator, perchance. Just as I come to that conclusion, I begin to see someone emerge behind the glass pane. Another stranger facing away from us towards a wall. After a while, the platform he is standing on comes to a halt, and he begins to speak. His monotonous voice is played back through some speakers seemingly hidden within the walls of this hall. Good morning. I hope I've given each of you enough time to wake up and get yourself accustomed to your whereabouts. Either way, I guess introductions are in order. Sadly, I am not able to give you my proper name. For now, it will have to remain as an empty variable, null if you will. The one thing that I can tell you about myself is the following. Yes, I am the one behind all this. The song is bopping. I have trapped each of you in this facility in order to have you participate in an experiment of mine. You don't need to know the details behind it. the purpose of you being here. Instead, simply think of it as a fun little game I have prepared for you. The truth game. The truth of what, you may wonder? Well, for that I will first need to tell you all about the participants in this experiment. What appears to be a map suddenly engulfs my view. Augmented reality. This facility is split into 3 halls. Within each of them, a team of 3 participants resides. 2 of these are so-called answer teams. The one to my right is answer team A, or for short, ATA. Am I the asshole? Reddit r/ATA, answer team A. The other one is answer team B. You guessed it. Am I the bitchhole? What? That one didn't work.
We've got trouble.
ATB. The remaining people reside in the hall to my left. They are the so-called question team. Quality control, QT. You will need to learn as much as you can about the singular person that will never leave the hall. Then neither answer team will get the chance to meet for the duration of this game. About the singular person that will never leave that hall, we need to learn about her. But that person isn't the only member of the question team, of course. There are 2 more, which will be continuously switching between the area of the QT and their area of 1 AT each. You can think of the entire game as being split into multiple rounds that last 3 hours each. The first 90 minutes of each round are when the ATs will be visited. After that, the question team will reunite for the remaining 90 minutes. That way, you will have enough time to ask whatever questions you might have about the secret final participant. Meanwhile, the QT itself will get the opportunity to gather information in the first place. Simple, right? Dude, he's standing up there, that's cool! I like that! I'm a QT. Okay. No, I shouldn't react like that. Thank you. You will need to cooperate in order to come as close to the truth as possible. If you ever want to leave this place, that is. Alright, I will leave it at that for the time being. We can discuss further details another time. For now, please prepare for your visitor, who will make their way over to you shortly. Good luck. And he despawns. The sound of what seems to be an elevator returns, and with that, the mastermind sinks back into the ground. For a while, we just stand there, stunned. There's so much to process about what we've just heard and seen. I don't even know where to begin. 3 halls, 3 teams, the same size, a secret participant, we need to learn the true, what for, I can't even figure anything of this out. And then there's some minor things like... I wonder what kind of person will join us. Evelyn interrupts my train of thought. I guess we'll find out soon enough. No point in overthinking the question that will be answered shortly. Whoever they are, they'll stay here for 90 minutes, right? I wonder how long this whole thing is supposed to last. How long we're supposed to stay here. I mean, assuming we're going to get out of this alive in the first place. Oh, don't worry about all that. If the person behind us wanted to kill us, I'm sure he wouldn't have left us with a kitchen, a bathroom, well, everything we need to survive, wouldn't you agree? I don't know whether she seriously believes her own words or if she just wants to keep me from getting even more depressed. Obviously, that guy, Null, didn't want us to die right off the bat. He asked us to play along with his stupid game after all. Of course, we would be provided with everything we need to survive for the duration of at least that. But that doesn't mean he actually plans to let us out here by the end of it. Either way, I realize I've been quiet for far too long once more. I decide to fake a relieved smile and reply, "You're right." She seems glad about my response. I can't tell whether she's naive, kind, or both. I turn back around. At the moment, a sound arises from behind the door.
Oh, that must be the person from the other team.
We quickly take a few steps back and watch the door as it opens. A middle-aged man enters, casting his eyes about the hall to take in its features, or lack thereof. Surprise! This place looks just like the one I came from. Oh, hi. Just you two? Aren't there supposed to be 3 folks per team?
Our last member is currently hiding away in the bathroom. She seems to be in a severe state of panic.
Oh, I see. Well, I can't blame her. This whole thing is rather crazy. Oliver's the name, by the way. How about you?
Adrian. My name's Evelyn. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Oh, well, I'm glad to meet the two of you. At least as glad as one can be in a situation like this. You can stop being so formal, though. I'm not that old.
You're right. I'm sorry. I will try.
Anyway, they both turn to look at me. Great. Our goal here is to learn about one of the people on your team, right? Can you tell us about whoever that is? Cutting right to the chase, eh? If I didn't ask, Evelyn surely would have done so in my stead. I need to... Well, I guess we do have a time limit, don't we? But still, doesn't feel like it would make much sense to discuss this without the whole group present. He is right, of course. So then, what would you suggest we do now? Good question. Guess we can't really make any progress until we get the chance to properly talk this through, huh?
In that case, I suppose I should try talking to her again. Maybe updating her on what we've learned in the meantime will help.
Are you sure? You think that will help her calm down? Sounds like a plan, alright. Need any assistance with that?
I don't think that will be necessary. I feel like all of us talking to her at once would only lead to her stressing her out even further. Why don't the two of you sit down in the kitchen in the meantime? I will join you once I'm done. Hopefully not on my own. Of course. Another one-on-one convo was just what I needed. Alright, sure. In that case, best of luck. I will do my best.
Oliver gives me a slight push through the door, and I make my way through the bedroom with him and Evelyn following behind me. Shortly after I entered the kitchen, I still hear Evelyn knocking on the bathroom door before Oliver closes the door behind us. Lock me! No, 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 no. No, no, Adrian. Oliver. Noel. Give me information about Noel. Okay. Maybe. I read the description. Who the hell is Emilia? Okay, maybe I thought I could crack the code here. I've read the description on the Steam store. Meanwhile, I'm already busy with looking around the room. Last time I was still under the assumption that this whole situation might just be the aftermath of some party. Now I know for sure that that isn't the case. Compared to that rush-down howl we were in, it looks way too welcoming, clean, warm. I don't know. It's almost eerie. The question is, how is such an extreme contrast in appearance possible? Well, I have my suspicions. In order to confirm those, I walk towards the wall of plants. I stretch out my hand to grab one of the large leaves. I can feel the texture of the greenery on my skin, a slight resistance of a physical object when I'm trying to move past it. The further I move my hand, the further the plant is moved, until it can't resist anymore and phases right through my palm back into its original position. I knew it. What are you doing? I
turn around and notice that he already sat down at the table and most likely watched how I played around with a bunch of leaves like some kind of idiot. Oh no, nothing. Was just wondering about something. I sit down across from him and wait. Neither of us say anything. I honestly thought he would more of the talkative type, but after all that commotion so far, I'm just glad to catch a short break. Maybe he sensed that. Well, then, I could at least use this occasion to gather my thoughts. Think about what I know that could help me figure out how we all got here. Wait, I haven't even checked my Neuralink yet. That's where you're wrong, I opened it like 4 times. Maybe that wasn't the Neuralink, maybe that's just the log. No internet. But wait, what about my log? Why can't... It's right there, I looked at it. Why can't I access it, huh? My local storage has been wiped completely. Who would do something like that? And how? My head hurts, just limited access? Okay, I guess they limited my damn access. My head hurts just thinking about it. All those entries, gone, just like that. I stored all those memories for years upon years, for what? Ah, fuck it. This isn't the time to wallow in self-pity. Point is, I got a clean log, starting with me waking up earlier today and having Evelyn approach me. And I just said today, but now that I check it, my clock and calendar stopped working as well. They only show the date of December 31st, 9999, with the time stuck at midnight, not progressing any further. I have no idea what time of what day it is, and since I can't even remember anything about how we got here, I'm not sure what day it was before all this started either. Hey, I decide to finally speak up. Maybe he remembers more than I do. Do you have any idea why we're here? I barely remember what happened last night. Can you recall what you did before all this? Ooh, that's a tough one. To be honest, my memories are kinda jumbled up too. I know I was planning to visit a Neuralink center, the one in A3. I think going there is the last thing I can recall, but can't really tell where the cutoff is, you know. Ah, I see. At least it's not just me whose memories are messed up then. A3's Neuralink center. That's the one her father works at, huh? Do you remember what day that was? The 20th of August, a Friday, yeah? That does roughly line up with the things I can still recall. Wait, I just realized. Isn't he wearing a wristwatch? Does your watch still work? Huh. Oh, it is. Sadly not a watch, at least not by my standards. I woke up with it. He holds out his arm to show the screen of the watch to me. It simply shows the number 79. It's a countdown. Tells me how much longer I will have to stay here before I can go back to my team. I guess that sounded kinda rude. It's not like being here is any worse than over there in the other hall. I would prefer time to show me when I can finally go home. I miss my wife Charlene and my family. Roughly 10 minutes have passed then. Yeah, makes sense. Now, none of this brings me any closer towards clearing up why the hell this is happening to us. Why were we abducted? Why are we split up in a bunch of teams to play a game? Why is our goal to figure out who the third member of the question team is? I can't figure it out, none of it. But then again, I'm still waiting to hear anything about that person in the first place. That being any sort of clue is my last hope for now. As if for the sole purpose of ending that way, the bedroom door swings open. Through it, Evelyn enters, with Valerie reluctantly following her. Ah, there you are! Valerie, right? Name's Oliver. Huh? Yeah, right. I'm caught up on everything that happened, so let's get to it. Who's the question team? Who is in the fucking question team besides you, big dog? Ah, yeah, I'm sure you're all eager to find out. Oh, come on, sit down, you two. Evelyn takes the seat next to his, but Valerie just leans against the wall next to the plants. I'm fine, fuck you. Alright if you say so. I think it's best if I just tell you about our first interactions over in the other hall. Honestly, I might have hyped us up a bit too much. Please keep your expectations in check. We barely had any time to prepare for this, so there's not even that much I can tell you so far. And beyond that, I'll start from the beginning. When I woke up, confused about where the heck I ended up, I first noticed a man in a lab coat who was eagerly studying his surroundings. I asked him who he was and where we were. He didn't know any more than I did, just woke up to... His name was Nathan. Nathan Fielder. Well, it still is his name, I think. Anyway, he's the guy that went over to the other answer team. We quickly decided to check the remaining bed and wake up whoever was still asleep. Well, there she was, the secret participant. A young woman, probably around your age. He looks at Evelyn. She was breathing peacefully, completely oblivious to her situation. Long, wavy blonde hair, eyes were... green? Sorry, I'll check next time. Anyway, a pretty thing she was, definitely. Though I guess that's not a thing I should say at my age, haha. Ha ha.
We've got trouble.
Police, take him away. Oh, well, I didn't think that one was a joke. Joke sound, joke. I'm joking. Just a little joke. Well, I didn't think much of it. I was just about to wake her up when Nathan, standing next to me, froze up for a second, going on, "It can't be, it can't be." He dashed towards her and shook her body, shouting her name. Emilia! Emilia, is that you? My buddy froze the second that name left his tongue. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. It must be. I know it must be. It wouldn't even make sense if it wasn't. But when everything fits so well, it's hard to convince my heart to feel the same. So, long story short, she did indeed confirm that her name is Amelia, but it seems she doesn't remember any more than that. From what I can tell you so far, we all seem to be struggling with our recent memory. Can you all confirm that? Father, can I buy a pretzel? Can I get a pounds? Can you give me a pence to buy a pretzel, Mama? Yes, that is... Fuck chat. I'm trying to still give her the starving British child accent. But I just drank the last bit of my water in the glass and now I've refilled it, but I used old ice cubes with that. And I think ice cubes can get old because the water didn't taste very good. Yes, that is true, actually. I nod. He looks over at Valerie, who seems to be completely spaced out. Then sighs and continues. Yeah, so it seems it hit her even harder than the rest of us. She barely remembers anything at all, even when it comes to herself as a person. That's what I meant earlier. Oh, I think it's funny to do the little... Papa, could I buy a pretzel, Papa? We all have to hope that it's temporary, of course, that it will all come back to her eventually. We just sit there for a moment, stunned and unsure how to advance. Then, the person I least expected it from speaks up. But what about that Nathan dude? Didn't he seem to know her? Did he say anything else, fucker? Oh, yes, of course. As I said, we didn't have enough time to go into much detail yet, but from what he told me, the girl's apparently the daughter of one of his higher-ups. Now, that would be fine and all. Might have even been enough to explain his reaction towards finding her. That wasn't the actual reason, though. The truly strange part is what he told us all afterwards.
Apparently... Fuck! No! I clicked early! The moment those words leave his tongue, my word fades to black. Ah! No, not load! Save! Ah! You fooled me! This can't be right. This doesn't make any sense. It's really her? Okay, it is Emilia. No, it can't be. This has to be some kind of misunderstanding. She's still alive? Ow. Where the hell has she been all this time? Was she kept down here all along? Did that null guy perform some kind of twisted experiment? Is that why she lost her memories? Fuck, I was so sure she was dead. Unlike Sophie, I never expected her to return. I was fully convinced that I'd never get to see her again. Have to see her again. Even now, will she even remember me? It's not like we ever knew each other all that well, right? Maybe it's better that way. Maybe I wouldn't want her to remember. Adrian? Show me the log. She went missing roughly 2 years ago. What the fuck are you talking about? How can you just say something like that with a straight face? Come on, Valerie, please calm down. I'm sure... I know it sounds absurd, but that's just what Nathan told me, and he sure didn't seem like he just made that up, the way he looked at you. I doubt he could have faked all that. Oh, god damn it, this is... I understand how you feel, but we... You don't, but it's fine. I'm sorry. You want some time to yourself, think things to and all? I guess so. No, wait a minute. You can stay here, just sit down. I wanted to look around a bit anyway. Didn't really get the chance yet over in my group. Would that be alright? Of course. I have not yet properly examined anything either. I think the same is true for you, Adrian. Adrian? Oh fuck, I totally forgot I'm here too. I've been silent for way too long. I need to calm down. Breathe in and out. What was the question again? I should just check in the log. I did. So I haven't really looked around yet either, huh? Yeah. Good job. What an amazing performance. Definitely worth the uncomfortably long pause. Alright then, I'll come over at some point. Probably. Okay? Of course. Take your time. Yeah, sure. All the time in the world. We're in no rush or anything, right? Evelyn and Oliver make their way towards the room I only briefly dashed through when I originally looked around. I follow after them. Last time I was here I only paid attention to the strange metal door, but like I'd guessed, it really is a living room. I didn't even notice the massive sofa occupying English. Stem, occupying. I didn't even notice the massive sofa occupying half the room when I first ran through here. The others are already busy with searching for clues or anything else that might help us, so I decide to wordlessly make my way over to the desk and look through the drawers. It sounds similar to that, doesn't it? Octopying is when a lot of octopus make a cake. Nothing. Wow. Expecting similar results, I continue with the file cabinet, but that one doesn't even open. Not sure if that's better or worse. This is fucking waste of time. Should have been obvious that Null wouldn't leave anything useful behind. I let out a sigh and turn around towards the sofa, where Evelyn is currently focused on checking the books above. But my eyes don't remain there for too long when they notice an object that stands out like a sore thumb among all the others. It's the guitar! Yeah! An acoustic guitar. Standing back there, right in the corner behind the door, as if to personally mock me. Did Noel put that here? First Amelia, and now this. It's like... Is everything alright? Evelyn has gotten down from the sofa. Is she talking to me? Did she notice how I glared at the guitar? Oh, yeah, I was just kinda focused. I wanted to make sure I don't miss anything that could help us out, but I don't think there's anything all that interesting here, to be honest.
I heard the dev had to play some guitar for the game themselves. That's cool. That's a +1 immersion. You might be right. It seems to just be a regular room. Did she actually swallow that shoddy excuse or just decide to drop it? Check the log. Nothing that crazy in here. Not like it matters. It's coincidence. The thought of it being any other way isn't even worth entertaining. Oh yeah, oh well, it was worth checking anyway. I agree though. At least I can confirm that these rooms all look pretty identical to what we had over in the question team. He throws himself onto the couch. Evelyn and I sit down as well. Considering the situation we're in, it is rather surprising how pretty these rooms are. I wonder why the person behind this put that much care into the furnishing. Huh? Yeah, I had the same thought a while ago. Wait, I guess this could be a good opportunity to bring up what I noticed. Not that it's particularly helpful, but... Oh, yeah, I was wondering the same thing, so I checked out the plants in the kitchen. Plants? Yeah, the ones on the wall. Anyway, as I guessed, it's just AR. Probably all of this aside from the hall. Oh, that does make a lot more sense. Wait, AR? You mean like augmented reality? Oh, yeah, right, sorry. I thought the abbreviation was common enough. No, it's fine, don't worry. But I guess this explains what you two are talking about, cause in all honesty, this whole place looks like shit. What, do you not possess a Neuralink? I fucking hate Elon Musk. That motherfucker is never gonna put a chip in my brain. This guy fucking sucks at fucking video games. Hate that guy. I mean, I was planning on getting one. I just didn't get to yet, actually. Just went to a center before, well, whatever happened and I got here. Alright, he mentioned that. Thought it was just a checkup or something. Oh, is that so? Why did you decide to get one now? Most people... Well, excuse me if I sound disrespectful, but most people at your age don't really change their mind on it anymore, do they? No offense taken, don't worry. You're right, of course. I've been living out in the sticks all my life, but now I've met someone. A couple years ago. Someone from a zone. Write that down. There's zones. Well, long story short, we want to move in together soon. Hence, I need to get chipped so I can finally live in one of those fancy cities myself. Sucks that that's even necessary. Sure, true, but then again... Oh, sorry, Adrian said that. Sure, true, but then again, the whole point of the safe zone is, well, being safe. If these brain chip thingies make that possible, then there wouldn't be much point to these places existing. If they just let anyone in without the damn chippy. Yeah, sure. That's definitely what they were designed for. Not at all like they just want to collect our data and permanently tie us to the UCE, United Center of Europe. That would be insane. God, I'd love to tell him that to his face. As a not main visual novel player? It's just a book. I like books. I'm enjoying it. Music is good. The click sound effects are good. We have a little bit of a log mechanic. I know it's like a book because it's very linear, there's no choices. It's fun. I'm reading a little book out loud to you. I'm sure the dev the dev themselves also have ideas about whether a visual novel is even a video game or not. And if what they made is a visual novel or not. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking it's good, the reading, but I cannot perfectly tell if it gets picked up nicely on the
if it picks up nicely on the microphone. That's what I'm mostly worried about. Chat. It does, that's good. Yeah. I was good at reading in school too. Early in school. Reading out things. Yeah. I was already good at that time, so just added to my long list of great qualities and skills. Oh, schoolboy, hold on. Yeah, back in... Oh, I moved myself, chat. Back in the France, when I was in the school... I would need a little backpack here, I guess. Waiter, more. Come on, I'm gonna move this around for you guys. So this is gonna be you guys if I. Okay, yeah, I'll take the hat off. No free the baguette, the croissant. No free expression of the fashion is allowed on the Twitch anymore. Okay, I'll stop stalling. I hear you guys. You guys are saying keep playing the novel. I put the image up. That's how you guys sound. I just like this image of the dog. I'll get more memes soon. Ooh, should turn the other one off first. Don't want people to know that it's two images. Maybe you can link images together. That would be crazy. Anyway, I'll go back to reading out stuff. How many people I know that wish they could get rid of their implants. How lucky he is to still have the choice. I doubt he'd care. Then again, it's not like it's my problem either. I think from the way this guy's how we're looking at Oliver and how Oliver is talking, my first instinct voice I gave him, I think is pretty damn fitting, which is great character design of just drawing him like that, making me want to voice him like that, and I feel like lining up with his character. How does it even work though? Do these images really look as realistic as Adrian made it seem? Very much so. I mean, I didn't even notice after all. And it's not just image data either. Touch, smell, temperature, it's all being transmitted directly to the brain. Oh damn, that sounds insane. How did you notice that it was AR then even? He's looking at me. Great, so glad I brought this up. But then again, maybe this is their idea of breaking the ice. I haven't talked a whole lot so far. Well, it's a bit difficult to explain. You see, it's just that with some objects it's easier to tell than with others, cause... Damn, why did I even try? I can't say it properly. I'd rather just stay quiet. Sire! Lie to them, sire! No. Show them. Make them learn. Guess I'm not much help after all. I direct my eyes at Evelyn in an attempt to plead for help. She seemed much better at explaining this sort of stuff anyway. She smiles softly in return and continues. I take a look at this sofa, for example. I assume you see it differently from us, but we still sit on top of one from your perspective, right? Yeah, of course. Well, it looks the same from our perspective. Same with this armrest. She runs her hand across it. I can feel its texture. I can't move my hand into what I see as the armrest. It is actually physically there, am I right? What are you getting at? You see, there is a sofa here. It looks different to you than it does to us. It might even feel different. But its general shape is the same. The only thing that has changed is its skin. The same is true for, I imagine, most objects here. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be difficult for us to find our way around after all. No, it would be difficult to find our way around. Either we would keep running into things we can't see, or we might try to hold on to something that isn't there. Well, that isn't necessarily true for smaller items. Things that we aren't normally interacting with, that we don't usually come into contact with, like decoration. Like plants. He gives me a somewhat impressed look. Hooray. Brrr, check complete. Sire, we've got him hook, line and sinker.
Alright, I'll continue. Yeah, right, I'm gonna assume that... Yeah, right. I'm gonna assume that what the two of us see as a wooden structure enamored with plants is just a wall to you. There's nothing of a similar shape in its place, since it isn't something that we need to interact with. I see. So in cases like that, you can just move through it the same way I can? Not completely. When we just gently move our hands across them, we can still feel the plants. They will even move a bit. Just, well, if we push past a certain point, there's nothing to actually hold us back, so we will just phase through, right? Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? Interesting. Seems like you lot really do see this whole place in an entirely different way. That hall looks identical to you though, right? Just grey walls, some rusty pipes and stuff. That's right. I suppose we are not intended to spend a lot of time there. Yeah, probably. But then how does your Neuralink know where it has to display this AR stuff and, well, what it's supposed to display in the first place? You see, the necessary files for that are stored in nearby nanologs. Those transmit information to each Neuralink user in the area so that everyone receives the same data. Oh, wait, hold up. Dun, hold up. Bam, bam. Oh, what exactly is this nanolog stuff again? Aren't those just used for surveillance in the zone? Or am I mixing something up? You're right, that is one of their tasks. In general, however, you can simply think of them as very small storage devices that are distributed wherever necessary. Apart from tracking data of nearby Neuralink users, they can also host data, like that which is necessary for the display of augmented reality functions. With other words, AR data is not generated by the Neuralinks themselves, but instead stored in the local nanologs, which then transmits it to each individual user. That's also why we can still access it despite not being connected to the net as a whole right now. That way, each nearby person automatically views the same set of data, preventing any inconsistencies from occurring. All that to assure we see the world the way they want it to be seen. Littered with ads for the most part. Hey, ain't that right? Up top. Does that cover your question? Well, I think I got the gist of it, but I can't deny that I'd love to know more. I don't want to waste any more of our time though, or let you die of boredom, Adrian. I'll consider it. I've been wondering for a while whether this is a meaningful use of our time. However, while I can't deny that I still don't see a direct connection to our situation, I do feel like it wouldn't hurt to be on the same page about all of this. This place is full of AR after all. Maybe not being able to see past that will be useful somehow. Maybe being able to see past that. Maybe it won't be. Oh no, sir, I don't mind explaining this at all. Especially since I'm not sure what else we could be discussing right now with the limited knowledge on Amelia you seem to have so far. Yeah, it's probably true. This may be the most appropriate time to get this stuff out of the way, so feel free to keep going. With that being said, I can't pretend to get anything out of this info dump. You'll be fine without me for a bit though, right? You're probably better at explaining all this than I am anyway. Definitely. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Ah, of course. I'll do my best. I nod with a slight smile before I get up from the couch. Moving towards the kitchen door, I hesitate. Valerie is likely still pounding at the table. I guess I'll take a detour through the hall. Oh, not you? I wanted to say nice break.
What did you... French Joe? I'm not sure. Oh. Oh, you want a bathroom break? Oh, you thought I was gonna take a bathroom break. I see. No. ... Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's pretty funny. You're so immersed. Is it the stream or is it the game? Who knows? Honestly, I didn't come here because I needed to. I don't think I even drank anything since I woke up. Maybe I should. I drink some water from the sink, then some more. Only now do I realize how dehydrated I've been this entire time. No wonder I've been feeling like shit. Anyway, that's not why I came here. Frankly, I just needed some time to myself. Time to process everything. Time without people constantly talking around me. I guess I can't pretend that I don't understand how Valerie feels, and yet in the year 2236, I read the numbers. I know what year we're in. I guess I can't pretend that I don't understand how Valerie feels, and yet I absolutely look down on her. The way she lashed out for seemingly no reason, constantly needing time to herself, letting everyone wait for her to calm down. I felt like she was just wasting her time. I still kinda do. As if I'm any better, just sitting there without saying anything at all, either not knowing what to add or deeming it was too irrelevant to even open my mouth for it. Not even mentioning what I know about Emilia. Keeping the truth under wraps for no good reason, just like back then. At this point, I could just go and hide away elsewhere too. Well, here I am. I can't go on like this. I sit down on the toilet. I've already been here for over a minute and haven't even started to think about anything of use. How am I supposed to make any progress like this? I need to try and connect the dots I've been dealt so far. Figure something out. Anything that might help us solve this and get out of here. It's not like I know anything about these people, but that doesn't mean I want to let them down. To let them feel like I'm not even trying. Like I'm hiding something. Or what if they just shut up? Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's summarize what I know so far. This place is split into 3, most likely identical areas. Each of those belongs to one team with 3 members each. So far, we have no way of knowing anything about the participants from the other answer team. We'll most likely hear about them in like 2.5 hours. Well, whenever Oliver returns for his second visit. We have a rough idea of who's in the question team, at least if we take everything that Oliver said at face value. And on top of that, only if we can trust what Nathan, the person we haven't met, told Oliver. The problem is that our whole task here is to figure out what's going on in the question team. So if we can't truly believe anything that we're told, how are we supposed to learn anything? Oh, I mean, we barely know how the specifics of this game work. Learning the truth about that secret participant could mean pretty much anything. With other words, our goal should be simply to find out as much as possible and hope that we'll stumble upon that truth along the way. Either way, we are really left with only 2 options. 1, we trust what Oliver has told us. The third member of the QT is Emilia. If that's true, we have a chance of winning. If it turns out that he lied to us, well, we are fucked. We don't trust anything he says. In that case, we're fucked either way. We don't have any other source of information currently. Seems like a pretty clear case of Pascal's wager. I don't have a choice but to trust him if I want to have any sort of chance on salvation. That being the case, that means Emilia is the secret member of the QT. All the details lined up. Oliver's description of her appearance, her having gone missing 2 years ago, and, well, her name. It fits way too well to be a coincidence, even if I still can't quite believe it. This also tells us a bunch about this Nathan himself. He was apparently wearing a lab coat and working with, or for, Emilia's father. This lines up, since her father was a leading scientist at a Neuralink center, the one in Avery to be specific. Interesting, because Oliver brought up that he was visiting that very same location before he was abducted. Is there some kind of connection between that place and all of this? If so, does that mean Nathan could be involved somehow? Well, that might be too much of a stretch. After all, he also could have been brought here for the simple reason that he was there for work. Duh. I guess that's all I've got when it comes to the participants I haven't met yet. The only connection I can really draw is the Neuralink Center. But I'm not sure how well this holds up with the remaining people here. It also doesn't explain what Emilia has to do with this. Why the hell is she here? Is this connected to why she disappeared in the first place? She certainly seems to be at the heart of all this. Nathan knows about her, so do I as well. Now that I think about it, Valerie's reactions toward hearing about Emilia did seem rather strong. But then again, most of her reactions towards anything have been intense. Still, something to take note of. Oh, one more thing has been bothering me. How did Oliver know of Valerie's name when she first entered the kitchen? Did I miss something? Or does he know more than he is letting on? I guess I could at least check the log. The only time that he could have been told her name before she joined us was back in the hall when we first met. Nope, nothing. Her name wasn't brought up a single time after he arrived. He went to the kitchen right after leaving the hall. Should I ask him about it? Though maybe, just maybe, he doesn't know either. I recall the way I felt when I first learned the others' names. I felt like I already knew, somewhere deep down. Like I was just relearning something I had previously forgotten. We all seem to be struggling with our own memory, some more than others. Maybe we already spoke with one another before we woke up in here. More than just our memory, our Neuralinks were also tampered with. All entries from before our arrival are gone. Any advanced functions, such as communication, are unavailable and not even the time is being displayed correctly. Null clearly doesn't let us to know what happened before this, or how much time has passed since we both got here. But why? What is he trying to hide through that? And my train of thought is interrupted by the sudden sound of a door closing shut. Let me check the log though. Okay. That's not very helpful. Okay, that didn't do much. Judging by the volume, it could have only been the door to the kitchen. Did Valerie enter the bedroom? Wait, how long have I been sitting in here? I should go back to the others. I get up and walk up to the door, where I freeze. Is Valerie still in the bedroom? Can I just walk past her? Should I say something? Will she say something? Why is this even bothering me? I'll just go now. You'll be fine, Harry Dubois. Harry Dubois? Sure enough, she's sitting on the bed she woke up in, facing away from me. I think about whether I should go back through the hall or just straight through the kitchen, and pick the latter. I take a single large step and end up right in front of the kitchen door. Right as I grab the handle, I notice Valerie turning towards me from the corner of my eye. I return her turning towards me by turning towards her. Our eyes meet. I continue to push down the handle. What are you thinking right now? Huh? What are you thinking about? I let go of the handle. Not much, why? I've been thinking about how much you're pissing me off. What the heck have I done to her? We barely even spoke. Not even gonna bother with replying, huh? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This entire time you haven't said anything noteworthy. Haven't contributed anything, dude. As if you're one to talk. And now what? Just gonna walk straight past me? I just thought you'd probably wanted to be left alone. If I did, I wouldn't have left the kitchen. I wanted to talk to you. You did? Wait, how did you know I was in the bathroom? I heard the door closing. I mean, I guess, but how did you know that was me? Because I only heard it closing once, and that was a while ago. I don't know how much time has passed, but definitely more than anyone should need to finish their business. So what could that mean? That someone decided to run away from the big, scary group conversation and hide in the bathroom, perhaps? Well, to be fair, it could have also been someone with real bad constipation, so it was a bit of a gamble. Which was it? Fuck you, don't act like you haven't been doing the exact same thing this entire time, since the moment we first woke up in here. It's not just me. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to hear your thoughts on something or someone. What do you think of Oliver? He's a man? He seems nice? Great input, really. I'll write that down straight away. She's not that sarcasm, chat. No problem. He didn't get it. Let's try this again, alright? Does he seem off to you somehow? Do you think we can trust anything he tells us? About that girl? Emilia? I mean, I obviously got my own opinion on the whole matter, but still, thought a second opinion wouldn't hurt. Well, I don't really know. He seems nice and all, but I guess that doesn't really mean much. Well, there's one thing I noticed. What is it? When you and Oliver first met, he greeted you with your name. I don't think he should have known. No, I'm certain there was no time frame during which he could have been told without me hearing. You're right, he did do that. You're sure you didn't just miss how someone told him? Did you check your log? Girl, I did. Yeah, of course, nobody mentioned your name. I consider explaining how I think it might be related to our memory loss. How I also felt like I already knew all of their names before they first told me. I decide not to. Weird. Well done. She gets up from her bed and walks up to me. Let's not leave those two alone for any longer. She pushes me aside and enters the kitchen. I want to punch her so badly, but I just follow her back to the living room instead. She's gaming, don't punch her. She's gaming. Gaming. Me when I'm a homosexual K-pop idol. That one might have been like... That one might get me cancelled by the homosexual community, by the LGBTQA autism community. They might cancel me for that one. Yeah. Oh wow, you actually came back. It took so long that we were placing bets on who'd return first. Guess neither of us expected you'd join up, haha. Oh well, to be precise, Adrian was followed by Valerie, so... Aw, you want to let me win? How kind of you. That's not it. I'm just being fair. Whatever you say, whatever you say. Anyway, why don't the two of you come and sit down? There's enough sofa for everyone. Ignoring their little bet, I do as I'm suggested. Valerie hesitates for a moment, but ultimately decides to do the same. Sounds like the two of you have been really hitting it off, huh? Oh, what can I say? We had quite a bit of time on our hands. We hope you've been getting along as well. Oh yes, splendidly. she says in a clear, sarcastic tone. But Evelyn seems happy to hear it anyway. Thanks to Adrian, I came to a conclusion about how I want to tackle this whole game thing from now on. You did? Thanks to me? Well, how's that for someone who hasn't contributed a single thing, huh? I decided that I will not trust any of you. Not yet, at least. That being said, I will cooperate with you to some extent. I can't imagine sitting around and moping all day will get me anywhere. We don't have that sort of time. Well, progress is progress. Okay, so pretty much the exact conclusion I reached as well. I'm starting to think Valerie and I don't feel all that different about the situation. It's just that she actively voices her complaints while I sit quietly in the corner. Isn't there anything we can do to strengthen your trust? You? Not really. To be honest, it's not like it matters all that much whether I can trust you anyway. Oliver, on the other hand... Well, first of all, there's something I wanted to ask you. Something that Adrian brought up. Oh, Dad. Oh, please don't frame it as if I'm the one distrusting him. Sure, what is this about? When we first met in the kitchen, you greeted me right away. To be specific, you said, "Ah, there you are. Valerie, right?" Oh, yeah, I guess I might have said something along those lines. Not something along those lines. That's what you said. I checked the log. Alright, if you say so, what about it? Well, I obviously wasn't there the whole time, but according to what Adrian told me from when you first arrived in our hall to the moment, nobody told you what my name was. Objection! Oh, is that so? I could have sworn someone mentioned it. It just felt natural to greet you like that. Are you sure that neither of you brought it up, Adrian? Why not? I checked every conversation that happened during that time frame, and it's not like he's ever been alone with Evelyn at that point. So, assuming that's true, mind telling me how you knew my name? Well, how did I? I must have picked it up somewhere. Damn. I can't just check my log, I guess. What? Why? I just checked my logs as well, so I think I might have an idea. Oh, guess I should hold off on sharing my theory for a bit longer. Right after we split up and the two of you entered the kitchen, I started knocking on the bathroom door. I called out to Valerie. Valerie, can you hear me? Now, my memories on the details are rather vague, but I recall that you, Adrian, already walked further into the kitchen, while Oliver still stood closer to the door behind me, right? Stood behind to close the door. Damn, the lock can't help me here. Is that what happened? I think it might have. Yeah, that must be it. Guess the lock only picks up stuff you managed to properly hear, huh? That's right. That's probably how it was. It might record things I haven't actively paid attention to, but nothing that was out of reach for me to hear altogether. I see. Well, I guess that adds up with what I can tell from my log. Yeah, I'm sorry for bringing it up. Not like I wanted to sow any unnecessary distrust, but well, it seems I was just overthinking it. Oh, don't worry about it, alright? It's only natural to suspect others in a situation like this. Especially after spending some time with the Queen of Distrust. Yeah. Luckily, we managed to clear up this misunderstanding rather quickly. If anything, this shows that you shouldn't keep your suspicions to yourself. Oh, true. Would have been much worse if you kept distrusting me because of something so silly all day. So then, was that the only thing that bothered you? Well, yeah, for now. I'm just gonna look forward to hearing what you will have to share with us next time you return from your team. Of course. I'm sure the same is true for all of you. No, not to that extent at least. The thing is, I know Emilia. From everything you told us, I'm sure it must be the same one. I was right.
That explains her extreme reaction towards Oliver's story. Though, well, it still doesn't explain her behavior rebooting. It still doesn't explain her behavior prior to that. Whatever. If what she says is true, at least 3 out of 8 people here have some kind of connection to Emilia. What about the rest? Someone from the answer team will very likely know her too. But what about Oliver and Evelyn? Were the 2 of you friends then? Who knows? What do you mean? I'm not gonna talk about that until Oliver leaves. We can discuss any further details after that if you really want to know. Once he returns, I want him to tell me how Emilia reacted to hearing about me. The less he knows about our relationship, the more helpful his report will be in determining whether anything he says is to be believed. Understood? I see. Sure, that makes sense, I guess. If it means I can earn some more of your trust that way, I'll do as you say. Not a bad idea, really. That might be the simplest way to find out whether Oliver can be trusted, and whether Emilia is really there. There's just one tiny loophole. But what if she just doesn't remember? At least not yet. Or to be more specific, what if Oliver is going to claim that's what she said? Like, if anything he said so far is true and she lost her memory, who knows whether she already regained any of it? That would be awfully convenient, wouldn't it? I'll just have to hope that isn't the case, huh? Nobody says anything in return for a while. She's right, of course. Not like there's anything we can do to help her remember, huh? Or is there? Check the log. I don't know what I would look for. Oliver seems to struggle with finding the right words to continue, then eventually takes a deep breath. At least now I understand why you reacted this way back in the kitchen. It's starting to add up why you distrust me so much. No, don't worry, I distrust all of you pretty equally. The problem is that I want to trust you, or more specifically, I need to be able to trust whatever it is you tell us about Emilia. That's what this entire thing is about. If you say so. Anyway, I know you don't want to talk about what your relationship and all that was, but it's pretty obvious that she was at least important to you in some way. Ignoring that, can I ask one thing? You can. I might even answer, who knows? Why would I lie? What would I get out of making up this story about a girl you knew being here? What if fucking Null paid you to be here? I'm snapping, Oliver. Fucking keep up. What if Null told you, fucking you win if they don't learn anything, brother? Come on. Come on, man. Assuming that I would have a reason to do so just throws a huge wrench in your whole line of thought. Like what? If I made up this specific description somehow perfectly fitting someone that you knew, that implies that I already knew about you knowing her. And I knew that it would get some sort of reaction out of you. And me. If that was the case, it would very likely also know more about your exact prediction, making your whole test kind of pointless. So, unless you believe that, why would I lie? Who knows? Well, she did say she might answer. I honestly didn't expect him to put up this much of a resistance. So far, it seemed like he was always trying to be really considerate of Valerie, even when she reacted in a less than friendly manner. He really doesn't want her to distrust him. And he is correct. If what he told us was a lie, it was too specific to be a simple coincidence. He would need to know more about all of this. He might even cooperate with the mastermind, is what I said. The same is true for what I thought about earlier. If Oliver is distrustful, but Nathan lied for whatever reason, he would probably try to orchestrate everything in a way that doesn't reveal the truth. He might be able to tell Oliver what Valerie wants to hear,
In order to... what? Mislead us? Make us lose the game? Maybe to protect someone from the other answer team? But that would probably make Nathan a regular participant with motives beyond the purpose of this experiment. If that was the case, how would he know who resides in which team? And ignoring all that, can it really be a coincidence that at least 2 people from one team know Emilia? Wait, maybe Valerie is just bluffing, waiting for Oliver to slip up and say that she is being remembered. But that would contradict her reaction to hear. By the way, how much longer do you have left, Oliver? Let's check the log. I feel like we might have been. Yeah. There's stuff. We were zoning out. Let's just check the log. Come on, you two. There's no point in arguing about this. Ah, it's fine. I can only imagine how she must feel waking up in a strange place. Believe whatever some old dude tells you. I don't think I would act. But isn't this precisely what Noel wants, making us distrust one another to prevent us from making any progress? Which is exactly why I can't have her doubt me. Once I get back to my team, I'll start bombarding Emilia with questions. I have played these games before. Paying attention to narrative type games, I guess. I just wanted to say that line. By the way. Oh, right. He looks down at his timer. Evelyn following his gaze. Just 7 more minutes, then you're finally rid of me. Great, can't wait. Time's really flying by when you're having fun, huh? But wait a second, now that I think about it, how did she know about the timer? When Oliver explained it to me, Valerie wasn't in the room, and after that, there wasn't a single point in time when she was in one room with him without me being present as well. She shouldn't have known about it. There's gonna be more shit in the log. Also, she knows about it because she knows kind of what's going on here, because she looked at the wall and it said ATA, and she was like, oh, why the fuck is this shit happening to me? This fucking sucks. I didn't want to fucking be in Squid Games. And both of us went, what the fuck is a Squid Game? We're on the land. I don't think a squid could game in this environment. And she's like, you guys are fucking inbred, stupid pieces of shit. What the fuck? You don't know what the Squid Games are. And then she walked away. And now we're gonna be looking at each other saying, oh, no, I guess, like, she's played these games, but she's played these games before! Fuck, this is the exact thing we've just been over. It would fit so well with the idea of our lost memories, but there's probably some logical explanation for this as well, isn't there? I'm just missing something really obvious again. Something to explain this without some unnecessary sci-fi twist. Why can't I just come up with something actually useful to say? Something that would really help us with figuring this whole thing out. Great, can't wait. Oh, I didn't even realize that you're wearing a watch. More of a countdown thingy. I woke up with this on my wrist, can't take it off. Really don't get why Noel made sure we don't have way to know the actual time. He made sure to mess with our time clock. That's weird, not like knowing the actual time would help us. Guess so. Anyway, there's not much time left. Anything you want to share? I don't think so. I'll have to tell more when I'm back. Yeah, same. I mean, I could always share what I know about Emilia, but no, not yet. I should at least wait for what Oliver has to tell us once he returns. Valerie's plan is pretty solid after all. There's no reason to get into all that, not before we know for sure whether she's really here, whether she's truly still alive after all this time. Yeah, same, I'm sure. Guess there's not much point to sitting around here any longer. Very well then, I'll accompany you. Very well then, I'll accompany you. Will the two of you come along as well? Not like I have anything better to do. In the end, there might still be some other logical explanation to all this. Right? Adrian? Huh? Looking around, everyone else has stood up while I was lost in thought. Oh, sorry, of course. I get up as well, joining them on their way to see Oliver off. So how exactly does this door work? How do you open it? Oh well, the one time I used it so far, it just opened by itself when the timer reached the last minute. Could we, like, just come with you? Not that I want to necessarily, but wouldn't it work? I don't know, I doubt it. Would be an obvious oversight, don't you think? Also, the whole contraption is a bit more complicated than just this one door. How so? How should I put this? Behind the door, there's another one that only opens after this one is closed again. He's wildly gesturing in a desperate attempt to visualize his explanation. That leads to a small chamber below this one, a platform thing that Null was standing on. And well, that chamber connects to 3 doors, one leading to each one of the halls. And yeah, all of those work just like the one I just described. Yeah, seems like someone wanted to make very sure that nobody would enter any of those doors without permission. But wait a second. So there's a room below this platform? Well, room might be an exaggeration. It's really just a small round space that connects all these doors and halls. But didn't Null appear on that platform using some kind of elevator coming from down there? Did he come up from the small chamber? Oh, you're exactly right. That's what it seems like. In that case, it's rather likely that Null is hiding further down, wouldn't you agree? What makes you think that? Well, you can simply think of the chamber that lies in the center of the 3 halls as an elevator shaft. When at ground level, the elevator seems to be a regular floor that connects the 3 exits to one another. But beyond that, it can also move up to function as a platform for Null to talk to us from. Or the VOD won't be blocked today. Hello, Toasty. Toaster, welcome. The VOD won't be blocked today. Should the VOD be blocked? I put my VODs into highlights. They remain on Twitch unless you're saying your music is gonna get copyright blasted on Twitch. If the background music gets the audio completely muted, then are you enjoying? We have new bubbles. I've been doing voices, and we have a new chat layout. Oh, yeah, the Eurobeat stream didn't get actually blasted that much when I checked yesterday, but yeah, don't worry. The VOD, I make sure to turn my VODs into highlights, and I do have a VOD channel prepared also to put them on YouTube. Maybe I should actually start doing this with this one after the stream, so it's available on YouTube and not just on Twitch. Yeah, I stole them from the internet. And then I had to put in some more work to find them, and then to make them right aligned and stuff. Just don't write any extremely short messages, cause your name will. I just said not to do that. I should have known. Yeah, oh, actually, with just the one icon, if you have like a multiple badges, they kind of start. Oh well, you can't see your badge anymore now. That's what the toaster, the name thing blocks it. But yeah, we have that. Okay, we're gonna see you here if you wanna. I guess you already know the story of the game. You can just keep watching, or you could go back. Well, we're like what, an hour, 2 hours in or something. On page 4 of the log, because I'm reading out all the text, and we are Adrian, and we surely somehow know Emilia, and so does Valerie, and she disappeared 2 years ago, and we thought she was dead. And there's Sophie, or Sophia, and she's probably in the other answer team if I had to guess. Yeah, we don't know if Oliver is lying. Half an hour of preparing. Yeah, I did stall at the start a little bit, and you know what? I know I'm catching up on my perception of this. I'll give you the overview though. I like the log. I like the sound effects. They're nice. I like that right click returns you. These options, it's enough options for a visual novel. That's, I think, there's a solid amount of options. Yeah. And I do like Evelyn, but that's probably because I started giving her a little British accent. Yeah. That's kind of it. And also, I can kind of tell what chat is thinking currently. Just let me... I know... I guess it's most of the standard rant, but I like it. I like the sound effects though and the music. But yeah, I put it on screen. That's what chat is saying whenever I stall. Or maybe it's just 2 images that I still have from yesterday. I get it. We'll keep playing the game. Gaming. Yeah, the dog wants more of the game. Also, I just want to really quickly once again say thank you for Anamnesia Corporation for sponsoring the stream! Sponsor in the chat. Yeah, there you go. You can check the game out for free. This time, actually. I prepared this myself. I even had to mod stream elements so the Steam link can just show up in the chat. I shouldn't have said it. Oh, you're gonna give me 100. That's a little too much. You can keep it. I'll take some of it if I am able to sponsor the second one as well. If that one actually makes you some money, it should. You should put it in for money. Oh, part 1. I read it as 2 lines. I was like, the part 2 written with the Roman numeral 2. Yeah, I agree. I thought like... I said it earlier to Flo, so I was like... I am basically sponsored. I'm basically getting all the revenue that the send-over is gonna make. I'm like, if the game is free, then a sponsorship should also be free. That's what I was thinking. And yeah, I'll keep playing for a while longer. And we're figuring out how this little elevator works. I'm excited to... I wonder if Oliver... If we're gonna see Oliver again, or if Nathan is gonna come later. Nathan Fielder. That's the only explanation that makes sense, is it not? Now that she puts it like that, yeah. It really is just that simple. Oliver nods in agreement, seeming rather impressed by her deduction. Valerie, not so much. Yeah, that's great and all. So, back to my question. Mind if I try going through the door with you? I just read Nathan and I was like, that's Nathan Fielder. he would show up in this. Great minds, they do tend to think alike, I think. Also, it's a long message, I haven't checked. Yeah, no, the speech bubbles look good on longer messages. Good, thank you. I don't know if that's such a good idea. Shouldn't we just do as we're told for now? Come on, I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, if you two are sure about it. I think it might not be fine. At that moment, the door opens, revealing the small round space in between the outer and one of the inner doors, just like Oliver had described. Valerie enters said space, and nothing happens. Well, won't you come into... Oh, yeah, sure. Suddenly, a generic announcement plays out through the same speakers that were just last used when Noel was giving his introductory speech. Error. Unauthorized number of signals detected. Please step back from the exit. Oh, well, there you have it. If you'd be so kind, then... He gestures for her to back off. She sighs and after a bit of hesitation, takes a couple of steps away from the door. So long! So long, gay Bowser! The door slides shut in front of him. Now it's just the 3 of us once more. Okay, now we'll get into some of the juice. Who the hell is Emilia? That's almost like that's part of the text on the store page. We stand there quietly. I look back and forth between Valerie, Evelyn, and the floor, waiting for someone to say something, anything. Unfortunately, it seems like they're doing the exact same thing. Valerie promised to tell us about her connection to Emilia once Oliver was gone. Now she looks hesitant, like she's contemplating how or if to go about it. Maybe she's hoping we already forgot. Girl, we got the log right here. We got the log right here. We wouldn't forget. We clearly didn't. Evelyn is almost likely just giving Valerie a chance to gather her thought, but come on. We don't have that kind of time, do we? I take a deep breath, preparing to give her a piece of my mind. However, before my voice manages to reach my throat, it is swiftly interrupted by the sudden rumbling of a stomach. Judging by the two sets of eyes looking in my direction, it appears to have been my own, attempting to break the silence that engulfed the hall ever since Oliver... Oh, the hall. My mouse was covering it. Ever since Oliver left our group. Sorry, immersion break. The fact that you can think about food even in this situation, that's kind of insane to me. Oh, fuck. I gave Valerie the... It's Valerie, Evelyn, they both have V's in them. The fact that you can even think about food in a situation like this is insane to me. Kinda disgusting, to be honest. Atmosphere ruined. Yeah. Okay, look. I will say though about Valerie, our guy, Adrian, were still a little confused how Valerie knew that he had a timer. But Valerie, when we stepped into this room, looked at the ATA and said, why the fuck is, oh, this shit fucking sucks. ATA, this is fucking terrible, a terrible day. And we both looked at it and went, the hell does that mean? And then she looked at us and said, are you serious? Are you joking? So, clearly, she has played these games before. And that's how she knows. Even though she also lost some amount of memory. She has played Zero Escape before, yeah. In before the dev has given me the insight that is a plot point never covered, but she actually loved to play the retro game called Zero Escape on her retro hardware DS, because we're in the year 2236, because that's the number that's on the square on our sweater. We're like 210 years in the future. Sorry for already figuring out all the world building. And no, you're not allowed to deny or confirm as the as the singular source. Maybe we should use this opportunity to take a short break in the kitchen. I will check the supplies and whip us something up to eat. You can't even think properly on an empty stomach ever, isn't that right? I changed the line there. Are you sure we've got time for that right now? Not like I'm gonna starve anytime soon, so don't worry about me. I think that won't pose a problem. We still have almost 90 minutes at our disposal until Oliver arrives. I doubt we'd need that much time to discuss what Valerie wanted to talk about, do we? No. She still acts as though she's irritated about this turn of events, but I get the feeling she's actually relieved that she can postpone talking about Emilia a little further. Not that I can't relate. In that case, I think it would only prove beneficial to prepare a meal now. You might not be hungry quite yet, but that could change at any time. It's best to take care of things like this sooner rather than later. Yeah, I get it. Let's just get going. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to adapt, and sometimes I try to make it a little shorter, but I don't want to do it too much. Yeah. That's not just a streamer skill, that's also a reading out loud in school skill that I had already, from having to read out text in school, I had already developed it. Though in school you'll get, depending on the teacher, they'll be like, that's not what it says. I guess it depends if you're reading out the part of a biology book and changing the phrasing, or reading out the poetry. If it's poetry, I guess the German teacher or your language teacher, language league German teacher will be like, das steht da nicht. And then it's like, what? Oh, fuck. Anyway. I'm trying. I've read the things out before. And I'm getting into character. Except when I gave Valerie the sweet little English British child accent that I'm supposed to only give to our girl over here, Evelyn.
The two of you can simply sit down for now. I will take care of everything, so don't worry about it.
With that, she heads towards the kitchen unit to scour the fridge and cupboards for ingredients that might be useful to her. I consider offering my help or telling her to keep it simple, but I don't really want her to think that I'm doubting her abilities, so I remain silent, simply sitting down instead. The sound of her chopping has an amount of clock-like precision to it that turns it into something akin to a white noise. Great. Love the little chopping sound though. Oh no. The Toasty missed Flo streaming the game. I think it was a while ago though. Right, Flo's? Or did I also just miss it? Was it somewhat recently? Flo's, are you turning your streams into highlight? I think you're not. It's been a minute, yeah. Not offering to help seems to have been the right call. Realistically, I would have only slowed her down. Well then, if we're gonna be sitting around for a while anyway, why don't the two of you tell me a bit about yourselves? I don't know, not like I really care about her trust, but I guess it might help her when it comes to opening up about Emilia. What do you want to know? Ah, great, a volunteer. Just whatever. Who are you, besides your name and all that? What do you do? Where do you live? Oh, well... Oh, great, small talk. Dude, it's not fucking small talk! Adrian, it's not small talk. This one's kinda big talk. Maybe we're looking for nuggets of information. This is tiny talk. Chat. Oh. No, it did get tiny. This would be tiny talk. Itty bitty talk? Okay. That what you want? No, I'm messing with you. Just a little practical comedy. Thank you for the pity laughs. Anyway, didn't expect that to be something I'd have to worry about today. Oh, I should have given him the nerd emoji voice the whole time. Instead he has like a slightly American voice when he talks. But I can't change it now. I study artificial intelligence. Live at my parents' house in B23. Slightly American nerd. No! Yes. Valerie nods and waits for me to continue, until she realizes that I won't. Oh, quite chatty today, are we? Well, not that I expected it to go any better. You live in B23, so you probably go to the Union A2? In A5 actually. It's not that much further away, and they have a way better reputation when it comes to AI, so yeah, that's kinda where I go. Heckin' poggers, chat. The narwhal bacons at midnight. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of our system. A5? I see. Crap, did I fuck up? Does she know that Emilia went there as well? I'm not doing that the whole time. Don't be too worried. Look, I'm trying to tap into the Disco Elysium explanation voice during all the thoughts when he doesn't speak out loud, and when he speaks I'm trying to go a little bit into the just giving him a slight American feeling. Okay, I didn't even know he was a nerd. He just seemed like he doesn't like talking to people, which that's real. Ho there? Who are you calling a hoe? Okay, changing your words. That's like what this visual novel might do somewhere in the log. I don't know. Changing your words. No, it's okay. This is a hoe-friendly stream. I love Minecraft. What do you mean? Oh, nothing, nothing. Just that you'd rather commute to the next zone over instead of moving out into your own apartment. Living away from your parents sure seems scary, huh? Well, at least I'm glad that's all she meant. Girl, boy, she fucking threw daggers. She's great. If you say so. They're rarely ever at home, to the point where you could argue that I'm pretty much living by myself anyway. What are they so busy with? They're doing research at art arms. Oh, is that so? What are they working on then? Still focused on her task at hand, Evelyn rejoins our conversation. Well, I obviously don't know the details, but as far as I know, they're currently working on improving the AI for the upcoming gen of household models. Not that I really get what's left to improve. I guess perfection is hard to reach. I see. Is that why you're studying artificial intelligence then? Are you planning to further pursue their research once you are done? Well, that is the plan, at least. Yeah. Wow, how nice, following right in your parents' footsteps. You sure really get along well, huh? She adds in a condescending manner. Don't worry, I conveyed it in my tone of voice, I think. It's good writing when I can intuit. I feel like I've been able to intuit pretty well how things should sound, and then it'll give me a little thing of being like, and I'm like, I read it like that, I think. I mean, even the voice I gave Oliver, I think I did pretty well with giving him a voice that goes, oh, I guess so, they've always been supportive. That's kind of how Oliver sounds, like he's kind of a little stupid. A little old-fashioned. That was even before I knew he was like, I mean, he seems just kind of like, he seems unserious. He seems a little bit unserious. And I think I nailed that immediately, and then later we find out he doesn't even have a Neuralink chip. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. The voice, he's from the boonies, he's from the Hicks. He's not from the Surveillance Zone 7, where we're all from. I made that up. I guess so, they've always been supportive of that decision. Wait though, just to get this straight, y'all are a family full of AI nerds and you don't even have any androids at home. Did I say that? We do too, actually. Two. And you're trying to tell me that you basically live alone? Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't really think those count as people. Whoa, harsh words. You ever tell them that to their faces? I mean, no, I don't mean that negatively. Yeah, it's a sort of David Cage moment. I still want to play Detroit Become Human on stream too, though. I've never played it, I've only watched people play it. So, maybe David Cage will get some of my money unless I find some other way to procure the game. That would be funny. I also... Life is Strange. I think it's a content creator tax for me as someone that has watched at least 7, 8 or something different people play through Life is Strange. Maybe playing it myself might help me sort out my mixed feelings about that game. Of going from, man, some of the music is really good, wait, I kind of fuck with this, to, oh man, this is incredibly stupid and silly and entirely unserious. So yeah. There's so many good video games, but right now I am playing a good thing. Is it a video game? Who knows? Is it up to me to say? Not really. It might be a video game, or it might be a visual experience. However it is up to me to say. Well, it's on Steam, it's a video game. Just like I love playing PNG Tuber Studio. That one's also a video game. I mean, no, I don't mean that negatively. I just think having androids at home is different from living with someone else. Different from growing up with actual parents. It might be in the software category. You're right. I'm not sure. That's true. I can't say I don't understand where he's coming from. Evelyn jumps in, offering her assistance, whether that was necessary or not. Of course, androids can be of service in a variety of situations, and at their current level, conversations with them will not feel much different from those with other human beings. In a variety of situations, where do I submit the bug report? It's right there. Hey, you can push out another update. If that's the way you want to be, that is. Don't worry, I played Citizen Sleeper 2, that game, I also saw a few typos. So, don't worry. And they have like a whole professional QA team behind it, even though it is like a dev and a writer and like a artist, but like they have a whole QA team, and I also saw a typo there. So, you're fine. Don't worry. When there's enough words at some point, it comes in. Yeah, and now I'm part of the team of unpaid QA. Well, I am paid. I am sponsored, but, you know, paid in exposure. If that's the way you want to be, that is. Sorry, I checked the log. With them will not feel much different from those with other human beings. If that's the way you want them to be, that is. What do you mean? Well, modern AI technology allows for androids to behave in an exceedingly human-like fashion, to the point where you would not be able to distinguish them from actual people. When you choose to purchase one, however, you can decide for yourself how you want for it to act, what you would like their personality to entail. Kara! Your name is Kara and you got hit by a car. Their opinions will strictly align with your blueprint. Some might even want household models to simply focus on their job, taking care of cleaning, doing the laundry, and whatever else they might be needed for. Others might want them to be a social companion. Either way, it's a choice that their respective owner has to make. Okay, so Valerie wants to talk big about androids, but this feels like information Valerie should have known about. So, this girl, she never seen an android. She's like a, I don't know, an American girl growing up in the Southwest only reading about black people on the internet. I don't know, but androids are the black people probably. Should they decide to purchase a model with a distinct personality, it is still their responsibility to decide on the specifics of their behavior. In the end, the android could agree to say and do whatever they want, as long as it complies with the law, of course, or it might hold their convictions separate from their own. In either case, however, it was the owner's decision. Even if they only notice later on that their android's personality does not align with what they had originally intended, they can still have it reprogrammed to better fit their preferences. Yeah, unlike us humans who act, think and feel certain ways because that's what we want. AI only acts, thinks and feels the way it does because someone decided for it to do just that. If it acts in an unexpected fashion, it's nothing more than a mistake. A bug that needs to be fixed. Oh, character building. Though that part isn't too difficult for humans, is it? Damn, you seem to be really into that AI stuff yourself, huh? You own some androids as well? Huh? No, nothing like that. I simply interact with them on a regular basis due to my occupation. Oh my god, she's Hank. Did I miss something? No. We were thinking a bit. For the most parts, when we were thinking, there's been conversation in the back, but this time we had just a moment to think. That's so. Where do you work then? At Neuralink. We have a lot of androids that assist us when it comes to menial tasks. I can't believe they sent an android down here with us. I work at Neuralink. Okay.
Sure, buddy. Though at the moment I still fulfill a rather similar role as a mere assistant. I hope to change that eventually, of course. Me and my sister both. Sister! Uh-huh. I'm sure that's a real human sister. Sister? That's what I said. No, I'm a sheep. Sheep streamer. No. Sorry, I'll put on my David Cage hat. He's French, right? There you go. This is a fucking android game. Fucking the androids. Don't know, I still just had that. There you go. Meep meep. Yes, my twin sister to be precise. Oh, how convenient. Elizabeth is her name. We began working there not too long after we graduated from school. Oh, she's not an android then. They don't send them to school. An acquaintance had recommended us. We're mostly stationed at a small center in B35, where we live, but we occasionally help out at others too. It is rather demanding at times, but at least we get to see a lot of different places. That sounds like hard work. Oh, seems like the two of you are really close, huh? Pretty much a repeat of what she asked when I brought up my parents, just with a slightly less sarcastic tone this time. I guess she really can't stand me. Yes, we certainly are, blush. Growing up, we always shared a very special bond. That is not to say that we are particularly alike. While we may look identical and happen to spend a lot of time together due to various circumstances, we are still very distinct people. People! In big quotes. More so than one might think. Sorry, there was just a head explosion. The screen shook. Is it because we reached a new page? Is that why that effect happened? I don't think so. Interesting. Oh, my heart skips a beat when I hear her say that. I just had to click. It reminds me of what she once said. Two people will always live different lives, no matter how small those differences might be. They won't ever be identical, since they can never share the same memories. But if memories make a person, then who does that make Emilia right now? So, what did we miss here? That is not to say we're in more so than one might. Well, at least that's what I would like to believe. I apologize for rambling on like this. I'm the one who asked. Anyways, is the food gonna take much longer? Oh, yes, a little bit. Well, looks like we got some more time to kill then. She looks straight at me while saying that. Is she really expecting me to talk even more after that? So, Adrian, your turn. Anything you want to know about me, ask away. Well, that's even worse than I expected. She really wants me to come up with a question to ask. I mean, I could just repeat what she asked. What do you do? Where do you live? Stuff like that. It's the easiest route to take, and yet I feel that's exactly why it would upset her. She's been totally pissed about how I've acted as nothing more than a passive observer so far. She definitely wants me to ask something more specific. Something that shows I actually care about learning something to help me solve. So how do you know Emilia? Sorry, it's the next line. What's with the hold up? I don't think so, no. Fuck, I didn't mean to say that. At least she seems more disappointed than upset. Come on, dude, I'm sure your head's full of questions. You just gotta say the stuff that's on your mind. If you can't do that, why even bother thinking in the first place? Ideas that you just take to your grave aren't worth shit. She is right. I know she's right, and yet the more I think about what to ask, the more muddled my thoughts become. Squire! It is a simple game of deception, Squire. Ask the question, ask away. No. Let her know that you are serious. What it is she wants to hear from me. God damn it, what does she want? Really? Nothing? Alright, I'll just ask that. How did you know about the timer on Oliver's wrist? Oh, that one I figured out. Was that good enough? Huh? What are you talking about?
back in the living room before Oliver left. You asked him how much time he had left, implying that you knew about him having a timer on him. Thing is, that's something he explained to me when he was in the kitchen with just the two of us. Just the two of us. That was the only time I heard him bringing that up, and you never spoke to Oliver without me around, did you? I mean, no, but like... what the hell are you getting at? Well, that's what I'd like to ask you. If there was no way for anyone to tell you about the timer, then how did you know about him having one? She sighs, and yet... What do you think? I mean, if you bring it up now, you must have spent quite some time thinking this through, huh? You really don't have an idea? I do, but would she really take it seriously? Damn. More than anything, I just want a simple explanation. No, that's a lie. More than anything, I want to have said something worthwhile. If you can't even do that much, then why even bother in the first place? Come on. That's what I've been wondering as well. I take a deep breath. All right. I'll say it. Well, I do have an idea, actually. The same one I already had when bringing up how Oliver apparently knew your name without ever being told. Okay, it's his memory. We've all played these games before. Yeah, we figured out a solution to that one. Evelyn said your name while Oliver's nearby, sure. But who knows whether he actually heard that? He might have just agreed to that theory because he didn't have any other explanation. Sure, I guess we can't know for sure, but then what? You think Oliver and I know more than we're letting on, that we're secretly working with Null or something, huh? No, nothing like that. Actually, I don't believe either of you understand how you knew those things. I think those might have been, well, lingering memories of something you forgot, so to speak. Does that make sense? Did I phrase it properly? Now that you put it like that, yeah, that would explain a lot of things. Wait, she really believes it? Should I have told her about it sooner? So, can I move this? So, what do you think? Are we just stuck in some sort of time loop, recalling things from previous iterations of this game? Or are these memories from another timeline altogether, huh? What do you think, smart nerdy boy, nerd emoji boy? Wait, she's just making fun of me. No, that's not what I meant. Well then, what did you mean? Just like, because some of our memories are from before waking up in here are missing. No, Adrian is okay. He's fine. They're okay. Adrian is okay. He is the player. He's like a me for real. I mean, when you are young, you are Evelyn, and when you grow up, you become Adrian. And then when you are old, you realize you should have been Valerie. Is this something? Is this like a little evolution SpongeBob meme? Is, you know, when you're young, you're SpongeBob, and when you're old, you're Squidward. I don't know. I just thought that some of those might be responsible for these inconsistencies. See, Flo's right now is in her Evelyn phase. When you become Oliver, fuck, I don't know. When you become the president of the United States. Oh, frankly, I'm Oliver, and I'm not so sure about how I got here. Oh, my wife. I'm gonna move in with my wife. Yeah, no, it's fine. Really, you're overthinking this so hard. Well, I knew. Deep down, I knew it wasn't worth bringing up. I should have kept it to myself. How did you know that? How indeed. Hey, Evelyn, you already found a good explanation for the name thing. How about this one? Any ideas? Perhaps. She pauses, taking a moment to think. She couldn't possibly know, right? You didn't know at all. You simply noticed that Oliver was wearing something akin to a wristwatch and assumed that he would know when he first set foot in our hall. I didn't say it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that she seems very much like she is very just sweet and nice and doesn't pick up on confrontation and probably wouldn't enjoy bad things and just assumes people are being genuine most of the time. Yeah, that was a compliment, so to say. I mean, from Fluss' reaction to Evelyn showing up on screen the first time, I assume she's a fan favorite. I don't know what it means. I have no idea. And I don't think it's either that or she's an android, actually. No, I don't know. I have no idea. That's... Yeah, ding ding ding, that's it. That's probably what it was. So it really was just that simple the entire time, huh? So obvious too. That's exactly why I first asked Oliver about it myself, because I thought it was a wristwatch. Hey, I didn't make the game. I have my hands in the air. I didn't write this. I didn't even mention that. I just said that I separately said that Fluss is in her Evelyn era, and also said that Evelyn is an android, but not because she's nice. I did say that because she went, yeah, I know a lot about androids and they can act very human-like and you wouldn't even know it's not an android. This might look, it's a crazy coincidence, you have to believe me. Even Evelyn brought up that she thought the same thing. Why would it have been any other way for Valerie? And the other option wasn't even worth considering. Trying to feign an explanation for it was nothing but a waste of time. This isn't some thoroughly constructed mystery story where every line is packed with meaning and foreshadowing. Anyway, ding ding ding. Hehe, I'm glad I could solve this mystery of Fluss Perfect on wheels. Oh, that's the full, sorry, it's F12. Did you hear that? Let me just, yeah. I guess you guys like the cat ears, but I'll add a new image. My OBS is all fucked up, guys. It's all fucked up, but, you know, that's okay. Wait, it's in screenshots, it's not on my graphics. Just let me... I have to find where the screenshots are. Fuck! I'm a sheep! I'm a sheep! No! No, dude! No! No, this is a... fuck. But now I have to go through with it. I just don't know where screenshots go. Is it a Bildschirm photo? No, it's a Steam screenshot. Oh, fuck, this is so annoying to find. Where do my Steam screenshots go? No, my arm fucking... Oh, he has seen people play these games before. I don't need to browse the image file. I click on Steam. There is Steam library. There's my screenshots for the game. Just give me this one in the folder. Where's my screenshots folder? Oh my god. Browse. I don't... Grab this. Grab this. Oh man. Oh, manage my recordings and screenshots. I know, don't worry. I have to work with my screenshots at work, but I have the folder pinned where the screenshots go for Railway Empire. So fuck, that's game recording. I don't want to record the game. I have it, I just don't know. Copy to clipboard. Copy to clipboard should do it. Browse. I want to insert the image. Image 5. Insert it. Oh my god. Okay, chat. Chat, I'm taking a little break. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm getting stressed.
Chat. Can you hear this? That's the sound of my desk rising. I'm standing now. And I'm back. Yo, we're talking about Arcane. Arcane pretty good. Jace. Jace, get the hex strap ready, Jace. Victor, using the hex strap is fucking freaky. Who the fuck invented this shit? But I mixed up the voices. Victor has the very little. He's like a little Russian twink-ish voice, kinda. Jace, I hope you and Medarda are doing well. That's kinda so many accents. I was on my mission to get the stream screenshots though. This is important. And this is also just a fine line to just hold on for just a second. Steam screen, my recordings and screenshots. Select all. Game recording. Close. Recording off. Library. Oh yeah, exclamation mark sponsor. Steam screenshots where? I'm asking Google. Steam settings, my picture. How do I find my screenshots folder? Steam task. God, I just want to put the image as a show on disk. It was the second button. There's literally 2 buttons. I just pressed the wrong one. Okay, chat. Shout out, give him to Tomaten Toaster. Toasty right there. I'm joining in. But also, if you followed this stream right now, if you're new here, you're dealing with this, hit follow, Germa might appear on screen. If you are already followed, if you ask, I can replay your follow alert. If you really want to. That's really funny. I thought so because I was looking earlier and I was like, I don't think they stream here. I think they stream on the YouTube. But now you have a follower. You have followers. But we'll get a shout out that shouts out your YouTube instead. No, Toasty streams on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I found my folder, my image, so I should use it now. Been like 7 years. That's a long time. I got an email. Dream Tactics from my Steam wishlist is on sale. Nice. Yeah, you could start it on... You can multi-stream too, maybe. Try to get the people over to Twitch or just stay. You can also be on YouTube. I think VTubing is also big on YouTube. Yeah, Toasty is like way older than us. You can't see me because I have a VTuber, but I'm grinning right now after telling a lie. I told a lie and now I'm smiling. Oh, there you go. We have this button now that we can pull up. Just in case we need it. Okay, back to the gaming, guys. Don't worry about what I just did. Sometimes people just say things. I didn't even screenshot the... I was so trigger happy
I was so trigger happy I didn't even screenshot the full sentence. It was nothing more than a distraction, keeping me from actually having to confront my thoughts about Emilia. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Toasty has been just playing fucking cool Japanese games for a long time. Maybe that's why I was so obsessed with the idea in the first place. Clank. Evelyn places a plate in front of me on the table, then sits down next to Valerie. I didn't even notice, but she had already meticulously arranged 3 portions of fried rice for us to eat. This smells great. If it tastes half as good... Hey, thanks. This really wasn't necessary. Just shut up and eat. We're only here because of your noisy stomach, remember? True enough. I wanna be the guy. I wanna be the Boshi. Boshi the Rock. And this song, hang on, put it a little down. I'm just, I'm adding. Just don't worry. I add. No. Chat, can I add a hotkey to put this one on and off just in case I need it? I'm not sure if I can. But I could set like a color. Well, I'm sure I can. I can't right now. That's what you're implying. And I think I agree. I'll have to do it manually by tabbing over in case a line calls for it. No. The dog is not a hotkey. That's also just me tabbing over and looking for the right image. I'm just tabbing over to OBS and then clicking the visible, not visible parts on the images. It's all manual. We still work with our hands over here.
We've got trouble.
Oh, do we? Chat. Doing content used to mean something before hotkeys existed. I mean, really, what's the point of fucking pressing a hotkey and like what, a song starts playing? Back in my day you had to go to YouTube, search out a song, press play. We didn't have any of that fancy stuff, no transitions, no nice chat boxes. The chat was just on the screen. It used to be raw, unfiltered. And now, what? You want a hotkey to make a dog appear? Put the picture in. Make it its own source.
See ya.
I don't know. Back in my day, I had to pick up a guitar and play the music. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. True enough, I take my first bite and pause. Holy shit. It tastes even better than expected. I glance over at Valerie, who's hastily devouring the meal in front of her. Suspiciously good cook! This Evelyn girl. Although she'd never admit it, she seems to be even happier about finally getting something to eat than I am. It's odd. The situation should be a well-earned breather. 3 strangers, trapped in an even stranger situation, finally get the chance to simply sit down and eat, without having to worry about anything else. Instead of finally being able to relax, I feel even more tense than before. It's pretty rare that I don't eat all by myself, yeah, but beyond that, my mind practically screams at me, not allowing me to rest for even a single second. Now that I've finally accepted that simply trying to solve this game won't be much help, I guess I need to confront the fact that there's only one productive thing I could do. I need to tell the others what I know. Simply to tell them I simply need to tell them that I knew Emilia as well. It's so obvious. So much easier than grasping at straws in a desperate attempt to piece together some kind of answer, and yet I kept it to myself this entire time. And I will continue doing so. I mean, we don't even know for sure whether Oliver was telling us the truth, do we? We should just wait and see for now, right? Right. Despite that, I've been continuously criticizing Valerie, in my head at least, for wasting our time instead of simply telling us about her relationship with Emilia. In all honesty, for as much shit as I like to give her, is the way she acts really that strange, irrational? Of course she would be scared and confused after waking up in a place like this. Of course she wouldn't trust the people around her suddenly hearing about a person she knows to have gone missing. She's scared for her life. She wants to get out of here. She's more than anything. And she wants to get out of here more than anything. And she even wants to trust us. Wow. The fact that she's trying to get to know us and find evidence for us being trustworthy is proof of that. Even if, or maybe especially because, she only wants to trust us so that she can properly participate in this game and work towards getting out of here. That only makes her behavior all the more rational, doesn't it? Oh look, Evelyn is happy. I'll have to go back on the log and read that in a bit. I, on the other hand, would be lying if I said I've ever been all that scared of staying in here. It sounds pathetic, it is pathetic, but I don't care all that much. If we make it out of here, sure, cool, but if not, oh well. No, much more than that, I'm scared of what happens once I do get out of here. Of having said too much, of revealing things that have been continuously hidden inside my head for years, and for Sophie to find out that I've been lying to her all this time. About something so stupid, without any proper reason at all. I think I'd rather die than kill who I am in her mind. At times I felt comforted by the idea that Emilia was gone. God, I'm disgusting. It's okay. I swallow my final bite, I put down the fork and lean back. Evelyn looks over at me with a satisfied expression on her face. Well then, I hope this was nourishing enough to get us all throughout the rest of the day. There you go. Your stomach, it's good, thanks. Would you like to have seconds? No, I'm fine. It was good, thanks. Oh, you're flattering me. It was no trouble at all. I'm just glad to hear that you enjoyed it. You cook often, huh? In all honesty, not as often as I used to. I was once in charge of cooking ... for my family. In recent years, there's no longer been much need for that, so I only do so rather infrequently, more for pleasure than out of necessity. Looking back, I think it's rather fascinating how something that I used to be a simple task I had to fulfill became something I was fond of. At the moment it stopped being my responsibility anyway. We do, however, have some leftovers. Should anyone still need more later on, feel free to grab them. She stands up, leaning towards our plates in order to pick them up. She stands up, leaning towards her plates, and before Valerie pushes her hands aside, taking care of it instead. Saint, you can't if you rearrange the letters in that word that you have written. You can actually rearrange them to Android. Think about it. Open your eyes. They are closed right now. Sorry. If you rearrange the letters in the word saint, then you can make it clear that is the word Android. The saint and the saint and the androids is the same. I'm doing an accent. I was trying to do an accent instead of saying I'm doing a joke. You know, that's what I was trying to go for. That's why I started saying it in an accent. And just, you know, think about it. This feels like very... like the dialogue is written to make me think it. It's like I'm being... That's why I said it in the accent after I said it the first time. Cause it's a joke. Or maybe you just like seeing the little bubbles pop up in the chat. I don't know. The screen is gonna be clashing. Insta! That's like the opposite of saint. I like it though.
You did enough. Can I at least do this much? Come on. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Well, and you didn't have to do any of this to begin with. If cooking is your hobby, then doing the dishes might as well be mine, alright? If that is the case, I will not stop you. Thank you very much. It's the same. Moving 3 plates from the table to the dishwasher takes no time at all. Since Evelyn was already standing anyway, it would be a stretch to call doing so in her stead help. I guess she just really wanted Evelyn to know how grateful she was for the food. Which reminds me, I still haven't said anything since taking my first bite. Maybe I should. Hey, oh, yeah, thanks by the way, the food was good, really. Oh, thank you, I'm glad to hear you liked it too. Took you long enough, huh? Oh well, I guess we've all wasted plenty of time at this point. We've still got some stuff left to discuss, don't we? Finally. Very well. How about we move this to somewhere more comfortable then? Sorry, I have to get into... Mommy? Mom, can we go buy... Could you go buy us a pretzel? Could I have a pence to buy a pretzel? I would just go walk down to the corner store and buy a pretzel, Mom. I'm practicing the accent. It's the trigger line. Mom, could I have 5 pence? I would like to I would like to purchase a pretzel at the store. And I'd like to go dancing with my friends. I'm doing so many different accents. I have to, otherwise they'd become less distinct. Valerie nods and so do I. But also I just think it's a funny bit. Without another word, we move over to the living room. Oh, no, I wasn't no, I wasn't doing that. You're projecting. Both of you. Maybe that's just what you wanted me to say. Ever think about that? You ever think about that one? Huh? While Evelyn and I position us... While Evelyn and I position ourselves on the couch right away, Valerie hesitates for a while longer before sitting down on the furthest corner. Her eyes are mostly focused on the table between us. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. There, that's what you wanted. Alright then, you both know about my plan. We're pretty much just waiting for Oliver to come back and hear what he has to say. How will Amelia respond to hearing my name? Well, I guess I should tell you what the correct answer is. Yare yare. Chat. I don't know. Yare yare daze, you know, kinda. There you go. Ara ara. Floss, what are you asking me to do? Ara ara. That kind of thing too. We got range in this house. What Oliver should answer if he's to be trusted not making all of this up somehow. Yay! Yay! Revolution! I don't know. By the way, I don't know what Valerie's accent is. I just have her sound kind of angry. With her, I focus more on how she says things. What you should say if Amelia is really here. She pauses before taking a deep breath. Well, it's simple. She shouldn't recognize my name at all. Oh, so it's just like I thought, is it? Sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. She's implying that it was all just a bluff. She doesn't actually know Amelia. She's just hoping for Oliver to slip up and talk about her remembering some kind of connection that was never there to begin with. I'm what? Oh. Yeah,
We didn't finish her. Never mind. Sorry, never mind. Yes, stupid of me. She sighs. Anyway, let's just put it like this. I just can't imagine her remembering me, at least not from hearing my name. Should Oliver return and tell us that Emilia remembered us being besties or anything like that, I would know he's making it up. We could say for sure that he knows more than he's letting on.
Does that mean you've only pretended to know Emilia?
No, nothing like that. I promise I do know her, and she knew me as well. It's just, I don't know how to put it into words, man.
If that's the case, then what kind of connection do Emilia and you share?
I thought about it for a while, and you know, there's a bunch of ways I could go about explaining this to you, but the thing is, I'm not sure whether I should. I'm not really sure it's the right thing to do. Because you still don't trust us? Damn, you annoying little chipmunk, little character, little freaking little Elvin and the chipmunks, little, all I want is for Christmas is a hula hoop, freaking little guy, shut up, you look like the big one with the glasses, Theodore looking ass. Right back at you. I didn't think she would say all that. No, saying I trust you would be an overstatement, but right now I'm honestly at a point at which I don't really think it matters anymore. What are you gonna do? Kill me? Oh, why not do that right here now, if that's what you're up to? I don't know, I can't think of anything seriously bad that could come from talking to you. What I've been questioning much more than that is, should we really talk about her at all? I mean, Null is obviously eavesdropping on us one way or another. With other words, whatever I trust with you, I also share with him.
Well, that is certainly true, but isn't that beneficial in a sense? Isn't talking about Emilia part of the task he has given us?
I'm aware, duh. That's exactly my problem. Why the fuck is that our task? Why were we trapped here by some insane dude and told to find out the truth about some girl? What could he gain from that, like anyone? Duh. I've been thinking about that for a while now. I could only come to one logical conclusion. He doesn't even know what that truth is himself. Now that she says it, I agree. I can't think of anything else either. Though, in all honesty, it's not like I spent all that much time thinking about it. I was way too busy with worrying about our memories.
That can't be right, can it? If that was true, how would he be able to decide whether our conclusions are correct?
Well, to be fair, the rules were rather vague anyway, weren't they? He just told us that we can only leave this place when we cooperate and try to come as close to the truth as possible. Not that we would have to actually reach it. I'm not gonna keep doing that voice for Adrian. Don't worry, chat. No need to freak out. I just wanted to try it one more time, because sometimes I'm like, it is a little. Maybe it is like that. And that lines up with what Valerie said before. He's probably listening in on us. As long as he believes that we are discussing what we know about Emilia, that might be enough. I heard a Discord ping sound, chat. I'll actually put Discord into streamer mode now. I'll actually put it in streamer mode. Yeah, no, a clip got created. We got range in this house. I know, why would I? Okay, where do I do it? Benutzereinstellungen. German Discord. Where is streamer modus? What does it do? It hides all kinds of stuff. Okay. I turned on all the thingies. It shouldn't make the noise now. It shouldn't make the noises anymore. You guys are safe now. You guys are safe. Alright, what were we? That's the wrong one. Shit. Okay, I hear you. I'll keep playing. Sorry, I like my little toys. My little digital toys I can put on the screen. As long as he believes that we're discussing what we know about Emilia, that might be enough. The question is, how much does he know? How truthful do we need to be for him to buy it? I wasn't there when Noel listed the rules, but if that's what he said, good point. But in all honesty, even if he had phrased it differently, it wouldn't really mean much. In the end, it shouldn't even matter to him whether we have any way to win or not. As long as we believe that, we'll get out of here by sharing everything we know about Emilia, and as long as that belief motivates us to actually do so, that's good enough for him, isn't it? He could simply wait for us to tell him whatever he wants to hear, and then kill us anyway. It's true, isn't it? So, when we ignore what we can't possibly know, whether talking about Emilia would help us regaining our freedom, it leaves us with what we do know. That it'll give that sicko information on her. Information that will help him with whatever he's scheming. Oop, I right-clicked on accident. Are you sure that isn't a bit of a premature conclusion to reach? I understand where you're coming from, I truly do. But it's nothing more than a theory, is it not? Is that really worth risking our lives for? Good question, man. I don't know. I really don't know. And isn't it strange? If Noel really organized all of this to gather information on Emilia, why are you the only person on our team who knows anything about her? Why are Adrian and I here? Yeah, that's a really good question, because we don't know anything about her. Well, to be honest, I'm still unsure about Evelyn's role in all of this. Oliver at least serves as an intermediary between the QT and us, but she's just here. Right, that is weird. After Valerie spent several minutes to confidently proclaim the conclusion that she had reached, this was all it took to throw her for a loop. In truth, she just really didn't want to talk about Emilia, huh? Anyway, there's something else I've been wondering about. The QT referring to Emilia, not the team. Yeah. Wait, does it have some kind of meaning? Oh, question team. That's what it stands for. No, yeah, I thought it meant cutie, yeah, but... I see. Do you like this? I used the search function. I tried to do like... This was my version of doing the, it's like a E3 gameplay video where they, where they play like a game and it's very obvious like that they're playing it for the gameplay to be displayed. Oh, that's great. No, but I was with opening the log and searching in it. That was my attempt at at doing my, it's like you can put that in the thing and be like, oh look, this gamer says, oh, wait, what does cutie actually stand for? And then I open the log and search for it. But yeah, I am reading it cutie because it's cuter to say and shorter to say than question team. Anyway, there's something else I've been wondering about. Also, like, why would anyone want to collect info on her anyway? I mean, not like I would know, but is she really that interesting of a person? Clearly, I would have no idea, because I have never heard of her. Did she hide some dark secret, or was like some part of some evil underground organizations? Oh, I think Toasty might have been sarcastic way earlier when he said Adrian is stupid. Or something like that. Or maybe not sarcastic, just, you know. I don't think it was full on. Yeah. Yeah, that were. It's that kind of thing, I think. I read it as like some amount of sarcasm of knowing your character is maybe a little bit of a nerd, but, you know, exaggerating it and being like, yeah, fuck this guy. No, now you know. There you are, we found out. Is there something I'm missing here? I mean, she said some strange things, but I can't think of anything that would make someone want to abduct her and organize all this just to get more info on her. Then again, I guess I never did know all that much about her to begin with. We never really opened up to one another, did we? At this point, I'm beginning to question whether I even know any of the things that Noel is apparently hoping to get out of us.
That is also true. This seems like a rather large undertaking, if the singular goal of it was to gather information on one specific individual. Not to mention that I doubt a single person could have organized all of this. Kidnapping a large group of people, bringing them all here, and a budget that must have been necessary to prepare this location. Nal must either be exceedingly wealthy or part of some larger establishment.
You still think that, huh? I guess you really don't know, huh?
Whatever do you mean?
Valerie smirked slightly, amused by our ignorance. ATA, AATTATA, that's the answer, Team A. HOTTOTO, HOTTOTO, you can take me hard to go. It's Chapel Roan. Valerie smirked slightly, clearly amused by our ignorance. Well, I agree when it comes to getting us here in the first place. Can't imagine he did that all by himself. Definitely some kind of help involved. But aside from that, I'm pretty sure you didn't have to spend all that much money on setting this up. I guess he did buy us some food. How nice of him. But that's it. It's not like he had his place built from scratch, if that's what you think.
Do you know something about this location, perhaps?
Right, she did at least react to seeing the letters in the wall, was acting as if we should have known what ATA stands for. I guess there's no reason not to tell you. Doesn't have anything to do with Emilia, and well, Noel definitely knows about all this himself. Just so you know, this is just rumors and shit from the net, please keep that in mind. She clears her throat in a friendly manner. Chat. As we go into this, just remember this. Okay, just remember this. Back in 2071, a few years after the first zones were established, Neuralink apparently planned to conduct some sort of experiment regarding that nil problem from them. 0, nil, null. I'm sitting down. Bro's name is Null, like from Zero Escape. Like zero, like the number. Like the number. It's all it's all a reference, it's connecting. I thought his name was just Null because it's like an empty. Like that's like a cool word. I'm standing up again to read chat. I figured it out. Yes! Thank you, Dev in chat. I mean, I can have a... I basically... We can't see this one if we pull up this one, but... If this keeps going... You know? Oh, sorry, yeah. Fuck that. Fuck the French, yeah. If you are the French and you are watching the video, you have to leave a like and subscribe or report me to the French authorities so I can never visit. I can never visit the state of the France. Anyway, I have things to pull up here already, so it's like, you know, how long really until it's just big board. Man, this chat looks pretty good. I'm happy about it. I like seeing it. You guys look cute in your little bubbles and your little names there. Because I've said it at the very start before, I still want to see to get the names different colors. So your Twitch colors could somehow be shown up on this, so you guys can have different colors, but with this for now. Sorry, what was that again? Dude, you didn't know? Bro, Adrian. I think I heard about it before, but can't really check my log right now. She sighs in response. Good job, Joe. Who's Joe? No, I see the message where you said Joe. I'm messing with you. Alright, not like I'm an expert, but this is the gist of it. You know how nanologs store conversation logs for surveillance purposes, right? Well, they originally got access to much more than just that. They also received data on thoughts and emotions of Neuralink users. It was just a rough, abstract idea of how people in an area were feeling, but the plan was for the police to check on any emerging abnormalities before crime even occurred. Thought crime! Great idea, right? I don't think so. I mean, can you even think of any problems that might cause? Yes. A couple, a bunch. So what exactly is that nil thing now? Yeah, we're getting to that, okay? It stands for Neuralink Info Leak. The details on it are very vague, but since the corps obviously want to cover stuff like this up, that's why they're fucking vague. Those thoughts and emotions, well, they're directly transmitted from Neuralink to nearby nanologs, and they were apparently leaked to other Neuralink users as well. Sorry, I feel like I'm starting to read it out like I'm on like a podcast. Like I need the shot of me having like a little Shure SM7B and be like, so those thoughts and emotions there were apparently directly transmitted from the Neuralink to these nearby nanologs, and they were apparently leaked to other Neuralink users as well. And that went unnoticed for a long time, and then we cut to the and goes, that's crazy. The government did that? Well, you can imagine what it led to. I hope people en masse suddenly had subconscious thoughts and ideas, felt things that they shouldn't have, that didn't belong to them. Like, whoa, what, the government did that? That's crazy, that's fucked up. Yeah, and you know what is the worst part about it? When more and more people struggled with strange, intrusive thoughts, Neuralink, they had to do something eventually. And well, long story short... Dude, what's the short of the long story? You gotta tell me. That's why today's models no longer store our thoughts, yeah. I see. I think it's good that they don't. Though to be... Oh, I suppose the details don't matter all that much. Please continue. Evelyn, why does she know that they definitely still store our thoughts, but only locally for a moment? No, go on. We got a Neuralink expert in the house. Let's hear what she has to say. Thank you. Alright, if you insist. I just wanted to add that the current models are still able to store and transfer the same type of data as the original ones. After all, they still need brain access for large portions of their functionality. It is, however, true that they no longer do so, of course. I just wanted to make clear that it was a software update, not a change in the actual hardware capabilities. But, like I said, it doesn't really make a difference for your explanation. I apologize for interrupting you. But does that mean that the rest of what you said was true? The whole thing about nil? I don't think I'm in any position to give a definitive answer to that as a mere assistant. I can only confirm that the changes that were made to the software over the last decades, those did happen. Or why exactly that is the case, I don't know with certainty. I see. Great, so if that's all cleared up, we're just gonna talk about the stuff that actually was like the important part, okay? So since solving that whole nil mess was a pretty huge deal for Neuralink, they naturally pumped tons of money into all kinds of experiments, which eventually resulted in them building a big-ass underground test site deep below some old pre-zoned city. So this place. Way to go, Mr. Detective. She's being sarcastic. I'll take the praise. He didn't realize. I suppose it makes sense that this location was not constructed specifically for this game. After all, the selection of rooms we were left with seems rather strange given our situation. Yeah, right. Kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, sure, nice to have, but not like some evil mastermind would have needed to bother. On top of that, I assume our stay is intended to last for a rather short duration overall. That is, unless Null is expecting Oliver and Nathan to sleep within 90-minute intervals. Right. Glad the two of you are starting to put stuff together. Yeah, the original experiment with that Neuralink plant was slightly more long-term. The participants were supposed to stay here for weeks. Dude, this is banger soundtrack. It was hard. This is the putting stuff together soundtrack. Supposed to? There do be. Well, funny story, the actual experiment never took place. Oh! She's shocked. There do be some bangers in there. Shortly after the participants had been gathered, some person went and killed all of the scientists at the scene, hijacking the whole thing in the process and turning it into some sort of game of their own. I mean, you could say the person who did it was like a real beast, and he turned it. He made the Beast Games. They called it the Beast Games. It is the track where they figure shit out. Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast! Yeah. The Truth Game. Oh, sorry. I thought it was the Beast Games, now on Netflix. You can watch it now on Netflix. It's out. The Beast Games. Check it out, guys. I actually worked on production with the Mr. Beast. But he took me out of the credits. You could turn them into interesting death game stories. I feel like they already are, except the people don't die. You know? Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Maybe I'm not. Oh, I am. Don't worry, chat. I muted myself. But like, yeah, give me the death game of one person of every age has to, you know, and they have to vote each other out. They play like they don't die so far. Yeah, I know. But spiritually they kinda do. I heard from the Beast Games, the actual real-life Squid Games that Mr. Beast made, that it was kinda sad that people there really were like, I really need the money, I need this, and Mr. Beast did do the thing where they're like, these guys are your friends now, and then said, okay, now you have to pick one of your group to vote out. Like, okay, they don't die, but like... they're kinda still doing. I guess Survivor and other games are doing that all the time, but it's, you know, the optics of making Squid Games in real life is kinda. It's kinda like they missed the point. Anyway, the Truth Game, as it was called by the mastermind. Null, dude, null. Wait, what the fuck? Are you telling me all of this happened before? 46 years ago? Okay. So, we are in 2116, actually, and not 2236. I've updated my time system. So far, ... Flows, you never know. Oh, I have caps lock on. Oh. $20.71, yeah, okay. That's what I can... How does he know that was 46 years ago? I thought we forgot what the time was. Maybe just the time, not the year. Is that true? You aren't just making this up? Oh! I was just wondering, oh, yeah, oh, but then why would it be on a sweatshirt? You're just seeing it through new eyes again. The whole game is a whole new game. I think it's a game. It's natural to call it a game and not like the novel. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. That doesn't make it true though. I mean, didn't I tell you? It's all just a bunch of rumors from the net. There's barely any actual evidence for it. It's an urban legend, conspiracy theory, depending on who you ask. She's right, she said that I need to calm down. This is much for my little brain. Oh, this is so much for my little brain. Then, why did you even tell us about all of this? If it's just some story, what's the point? Are you serious? Think about it. Whether the story's true or not, it raises tons of questions. I don't know why I have like chips and other snackies here. I can't be eating while reading out for you guys. I can still go for a bit, but not too much longer today. I'll see that I reach some little stopping point. You know, maybe when we hit to the point where the next guy shows up. I'm just already given I'll not be going all throughout the night. This will be not a single playthrough. There will be multiple streams. Is Emilia actually really old? I think so too. I feel like you can tell probably more than me that I can guess I'm probably not moving at the 4 to 6 hours pace that it says on the Steam page. Since I am chatting and I am reading stuff out. I could do it, but it probably wouldn't be a good idea. If it didn't, then why is the dude that kidnapped us basing this whole thing on some story from the net? I mean, he obviously is hoping for someone to recognize it and draw some kind of parallels, right? And the other way, I guess we can at least confirm that the test site from those rumors actually exists, unless you seriously believe that was constructed just for this, based on the stories as well. I'm like 1/4 done. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. No, you're right, that seems even more absurd. And it explains what Oliver meant when he said that this whole place looks like shit. I guess we can't really tell how old this place looks with AR covering it all. Regarding the rest, could just be a lack of creativity? Reusing the concept of some story he read before? It's not like Noel can really be the same person from back then, right? I mean, no, he could. He didn't seem young specifically. He could be AR'd to look differently. Noel could be Emilia for all we know. I know we saw Noel, but it's already been confirmed that we can't really trust our eyes. For all we know, Noel isn't real, and there was an AR video playing. Like, come on. Maybe he just read about it and thought that might be a good setting for this place. Why are we even saying he to Noel? I think we should be saying they, because who the fuck knows? Could be a woman. I think Adrian is kind of being a little. I like watching him play it. I mean, yeah. I'm glad you like watching me play it. Don't worry, I'm not. I'll keep playing it. Just maybe not all of it today. Oh, yay! Thank you, both of you. So many people. Too. You can use him for me. Their pronouns are down there. That's true. For Noel though, like I said, could be a woman. It looked like a guy, but first, that doesn't matter. Second, AR technology. I don't know why we're still assuming Noel is really an old man. I think Emilia's Noel. Then how did that original Truth game turn out? According to the stories at least. And this is She knows we fucked up. She pulled a bunch of the people that fucked up in her life in and is now squid gaming us. She's fucking, she's sawing us. She's fucking teaching us a lesson by seeing how we talk about her when she's not in the room. And she AR technology null. Or maybe that's her dad. Yeah, it's kinda more like Saw, yeah. But it's a game. I guess Saw does go, do you want to play a little game? Okay, Torture's being in the room with Oliver. Okay, that one was a little mean, come on. But the concept of the joke applies. But I don't mind these characters. I like Evelyn, she's obviously sweet and kind. And actually I kind of fuck with Valerie. Like, she kind of has some good points. But, yeah. How did the original Truth game end? Well, pretty much everyone died. I don't even know why this comes as a surprise to me. I don't think it does, but the confirmation still makes me dizzy. That's exactly why Valerie didn't want to talk about Emilia after all. She doesn't believe in this game being, well, a game at all. One that we could possibly win, from which we can return alive as long as we play along. As if we'll all die either way, why share our deepest secrets with some insane dude who wants to use them for who knows what. Maybe this is finally my time to shine. Maybe just sitting around my mouth shut is the perfect course of action. Then again, how can we be sure that this will end the same way? Who knows whether this Null truly plans to kill us either way? Anyways, sorry, I missed something. Let me just check in my log. If Null really organized all this together... Oh, sorry, we're at the... Yep. So people... Pretty much, so some people did survive. Well, I don't really think this is part of the story's relevant, but there's one person who claims to have survived the Truth game. Their name was Null. And that person just so happens to be the leader of that weird cult. That Anamnesia's one. Chat. Hold on, I have another image for this. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Oh shit, I'm moving the wrong image around. Hold on. Nope. This one. Oh, Soy Point. Pog. Okay, there you go. I had to point it out. Sorry, we're reading without, because this is the moment where I realized we have the log again, but it's also like, we're also going like anyways here after saying everyone died when we were in our thoughts. They believe that we're all immortal since our knowledge remains in the nanologs after death passed on to others or something, I don't know. It makes sense to be based around a nil-related incident, I guess. Putting my desk into sitting mode again. The collective of Anamnesias, Am I My Body? I think I've heard of that before. But yeah, seriously, I think that part is BS either way. Of course, a cult leader would want to make up some kind of dark origin story for themselves. The sole survivor of the Truth game. Perfect fit, isn't it? Unless that same cult happens to be the one behind all this. It's pretty irrelevant to us, though. Oh yeah, the backgrounds are nice. They are clean. She stands up, raising her voice to get our attention. Or just mine. What were they talking about? Some cult? We read it. No, I read it, bro. We read it. Don't act like this. I opened it instantly. Snap. Snap opened it, okay? I'm actually making him pay attention. I'm not saying that you shouldn't play along with this game or whatever. I don't want to be responsible for your deaths, alright? Do whatever you want. But before we get some further confirmation that Oliver can be trusted, that Emilia is really here, shouldn't we at least try to find some other way out? Yes, dude, and he still doesn't care. I'm trying, Adrian. I'm trying, boy. I'm trying to make him read the log, because I want to see what they talked about. I mean, I'm reading it out already. I might as well take the time to check what happened while I was thinking out loud. But I see, I almost read it like, oh, is this a line that pops up telling me to inspect the log? But I see. If you don't read it, he goes, I don't fucking know what they talked about, and there's no way for me to know, because I'm too lazy to open my log, that's what he says. Shouldn't we at least try to find some other way out? Oh, way out! Whoa.
That does sound reasonable. However, I can't imagine that we will manage to find an exit quite so easily. The doors and walls seem rather sturdy, and we are deep underground on top of that.
Exactly, they seem sturdy. And they get sturdy! Yeah, that's like a dance move or something. But with everything being AR, how are you gonna know how well that holds up if you don't go around and punch stuff?
Punch stuff? Are you really sure we should be taking this course of action? I mean, this wall might be expensive. I don't know if my mom can afford to pay all the 5 pence to pay for this. She still has to take me to dancing class later as well. How about instead we sit down in the kitchen and enjoy some little English dinner, maybe some tea. I could give you some a slice of cake.
Valerie leaves for the kitchen. Evelyn and I exchange looks between confusion and worry. After a while, she returns with a set of... I have to... I'm sorry. She's just a little British sweetheart, okay? She's 5 years old and an android. No, she returns with a set of pans, pots, and kitchen knives, dropping them on the floor in front of her. So, you already looked around this room, right? Find anything?
Not really. I only realized that the books and other pieces of decoration are fake.
Very helpful. How about you? I looked through the desk. It's empty. Oh, and the file cabinet doesn't open. Is that so, huh? Not that Valerie's here now. She walks up and pulls on one of the drawers. Hard. Nothing happens. Unlike me, she doesn't give up quite so easily though, picking up one of the knives she brought over, attempting to pry open the drawer with it. Badum. Knife equipped. +3 to this white check. Once the knife starts to bend, she throws it to the ground, cracking the cabinet from position. Sire, we must build a stronger body to crack this case. Don't let him beat you down. You are the violence. I can't quite hit the Disco Elysium voices, but no, I did not yet. Flo's has been telling me I should do it on stream, but right now I'm like, it's gonna take, if I stream it, it's truly gonna take like 30, 40 hours or something, I fear. And Monster Hunter is coming out at the end of the month, and I might be playing that a bunch, so. Also, I'm thinking about just playing that myself, man. It does have voice acting. It does have voice acting. It might go faster, I know the start. It might be like a 25-hour kind of thing. It is just a walk-around click type game. Subathon. Shit, if people were subbing for Disco Elysium, I feel like more streamers would play it. I just want to watch people play it. I do not... I need it less than you. But yeah, it has voice acting. Fucking hell, you're right. It might be fake as well, like those books that I wasn't able to open. tell them and sub to them. Plus, I don't think I can get Germer and Squeaks and, I don't know, those people to play it. Hassan played it, but he played it by himself on his Steam Deck, which is reasonable. And I don't think everyone has to play it. If you start a trend, then maybe. I don't know if we have the motion to start a trend quite yet. Give it like a few more months. I will be building the motion. I guess so. I believe. Whatever, what are you two still sitting around for? Start hitting stuff, tell me if you find anything. This feels like the third Valerie I've met today. Really? I think it's all the same Valerie. I wonder which is the closest to the way she feels. Anyway, both Evelyn and I do as we're told by our new commander. And together we can devour the very gods! Sorry. Sorry about that. I got overtaken by a fucking snake spirit. We are punching stuff. Yeah. I enter the kitchen, hitting the walls as hard as I can. But nothing changes. The walls might be scratched, but the AR keeps covering it up all the same. I watch the plants as they cheerfully sway back and forth, ignoring the knife that just phased through them, just like I knew they would. None of this is real to begin with. Oh, I guess so. I've never been in the room with them, but there could be multiple. She might be... I see, yeah. She's also null and AR. Flo's also... This is like a moment where I am definitely reading that as like a joke. Because I don't think Toasty would actually spoil the twist in here. I think if you got that, you might actually perceive that as like, whoa, that's the... I think it is. It does have a suspense of it, though. I don't think Toaster will... Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? That would be really silly if that actually was the twist. Oh, I hear you. Sorry, I think this one also applies to the words that people say in my chat, huh? I'm trying to turn the... There you go. I stopped to catch a breath while the others keep hammering. With all this noise filling there, it almost feels like the other teams should hear us. It does! Somewhere behind this wall, Emilia is supposedly waiting. What is she doing right now? Searching for an exit just like us? Or happily discussing everything she remembers with Oliver and Nathan? How much does she remember anyway? How does it feel to not even know who you are? Is she her body? Not even recognizing your own reflection in the mirror sounds frightening. I remember we looked into the mirror twice. We got a whole nice CG for it. Worse than anything we're going through right now. Worse than anything I ever went through. I don't have any right to complain. Will I ever be able to truly hate her for what she did? Should I? Did she even do anything wrong in the first place? If she really was to blame for anything, then why have I kept it to myself all this time? No, it's all my fault. My own fault. I'm sorry for being this way. I gather all my remaining strength and direct another burst of hits at the wall, hoping to send some kind of message her way. Whatever that might accomplish. Nothing, obviously. Not like she could actually hear me, not like there's any point in doing this, but then again, this entire plan is completely pointless to begin with. What the heck are we doing? I take another look at the kitchen, but apart from the remaining ingredients, I don't feel like there's actually anything in here. If there was, Evelyn would have surely noticed. And speaking of, or thinking of her, she's exactly who I encountered once I entered the bedroom.
Oh, are you perhaps done with the kitchen? Did you find anything?
Not really, you.
No, I can't say I have.
Is there really any point to this?
What did you mean to say?
Is there really any point to this?
In all honesty, I'm not sure. But it's worth a try, wouldn't you agree?
I shrug and enter the bathroom. Not particularly surprised to find Valerie in here, but I did not expect that the first thing I see would be her punching the mirror with her bare hand. Yo! Yo! Talking about 6 CGs, where's the button to hide the text box? What button is it? I don't know these visual novel facts. Do we have a button for it? H? Thank you. Yo, can we put an exclamation mark? Toaster, if you want, you can put exclamation mark sponsor yourself in the chat if you want to shout out the game in the chat room. That's why we're sponsored by the... Yeah, there you go. Thank you to Adam. Yo, twice. I should make a timeout so that not everyone can hit it like 5 times in a row, but you can get the game for free. Steam, go to the Steam store, type in Anamnesia Part 1, am I everybody? In case you wanna fucking figure this shit out. Sorry, that's the wrong image. That's the wrong image. There you go. Here, you're wondering how it's spelled? Look for this. Look for this in the Steam store. You'll find it. Oh, there's a timer? Oh, there's a small timer. I thought there's a for a moment I thought you were Toaster telling me there's a timer in this scene. I was like, no, that's fucked up. Are you okay? Yeah, sure, I'm great. Best day of my fucking life. No, I meant your hand. Sure, not a scratch, same for the mirror. Guess it wasn't real either, fucking hell. Not that she's known for her great mood usually, but she's even more pissed now. Oh shit, I left this on the screen. There you go. Sometimes I wish I could just reach straight through my skull and rip that damn thing out of there. This is also a great song. This one's called Reflection. I know the soundtrack personally. This one's called like Reflection is the name of this song. That was a joke. I don't actually know. I don't know what the joke. It's a joke. I don't know if this is, but I was guessing it's probably called Reflection because we got a mirror right there. Hey, I fucking guessed it correctly, but it's even funnier that it was correct. Let's go. So yeah. That's the best kind of joke where even Dev in chat right here is unsure if I'm joking or not about knowing the soundtrack. I'm sorry, I don't know the soundtrack. Wait, I should have just lied? No, lying is bad, but I do it as a joke sometimes. Anyway, I didn't know it was called Reflection, but it sounds like it would be if the other one was called Figuring Things Out and it played while we were figuring things out. Come on, this one feels like it makes you reflect in your mind as well. She's reflecting on the nanobot chip right now. We're reflecting. It's a figure. Yeah, I don't know. Toasty did a good job on naming the songs and putting them in parts in the visual novel where they make sense and are intuitive. Right now, for example, I want to rip that shit out of my neck. Isn't it insane that this dude can simply force us to see these images? Things that aren't real and we can't do anything about it? We could be standing in front of a door with a big fucking exit sign above and we wouldn't know. Yeah, I guess that's just what you sign up for when getting one. Like I had a choice, I loved this thing all along. Whether I like it or not, doesn't matter. I'll never get rid of it. No matter how badly I want to. If I could, I would have gotten it removed a long time ago. You just finished Tetris Effect. Nice job, nice job. That's a fun, nice Tetris game with a lot of different effects in the background. That's nice. I guess that means I'm doing a good job at talking, because you don't have to look because I'm reading the stuff out. It makes it a watchable visual novel stream because you can have the audiobook experience. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, sure. Would be great if you could just remove that chip thingy. I sometimes feel the same way, like things would get easier without Neuralink. I mean, it is, just not like legally. What? That's the first I've heard. Well, that's the kind of shit you'll find on the darknet. Not safe at all, can absolutely get you some real bad brain damage, but it's not as impossible as the corpse want you to believe. Are you sure that's not some kind of scam? Won't they just try to take your organs or something? A good point, I guess. Not like I've ever met anyone who had theirs removed. Could be worth a try though. You're insane. You sure spend a lot of time in some dark corners of the net, huh? First the whole story about the truth game and now this. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the truth game was from YouTube. I watched it on like there was a video on it, but yeah, the other stuff. She stays silent for a while after saying that thing about YouTube. What the fuck is a YouTube? That's that ancient video watching site. Everyone nowadays uses NeuroTube. Well, this was a waste of time. She leaves the room quietly, muttering something to herself. Where are you going? The hall. Not like there are that many options. I see. Evelyn turns towards me. We both shrug and follow her. Outside, at least as outside as it gets, Valerie is standing in front of the remaining locked door, placing her hand on the red button. That one doesn't open. Wow, thanks, I didn't figure that out yet. Come on, man. But why? What's the point of this door? Well, didn't it come up in your story at all? It's not my story. I know it doesn't go into that much detail, bro. It was a 20-minute YouTube scary story I watched. What the fuck is a YouTube? Maybe it'll simply be opened later than the rest. And also, I think you should start watching NeuroTube instead. I don't think many people use YouTube anymore. It might even be the exit. I guess. Oh, it's a room from the original experiment that Null doesn't want us to access. Right? That's why I'm saying she saw it. That's why she's saying I saw it on YouTube, and then everyone else goes, the girl, go to fucking x.com. The everything app. It comes free with your fucking neurochip. You have X. No, it doesn't come. I have the oldest fucking neurochip known to man. No, you have X. Not like we can do that much about it. Unless you want to try prying it open with a kitchen knife again. Sorry, I'm still laughing thinking about how I binked that the song was named Reflection. That's a banger song though. I hate to admit it, but you're probably right. She spins around towards the other end of the hall. This door is much more interesting anyway. I wonder if we can trick it somehow. But you already tried that, didn't you? Sure, but I've been thinking about why it didn't work. It only closed once Oliver had entered, but it didn't close with me on the inside. Yeah, it said unauthorized number of signals detected. What kind of signals though? What? The Neuralink signals, duh. This is a Neuralink test site after all. But then how did it detect Oliver entering? The exact same way? Are you a little slow in the head or something? That bro doesn't have a Neuralink. Or at least that's what he said. But oh. Right, you wouldn't know. Oliver doesn't have a Neuralink. He told us while you were sitting in the kitchen. He doesn't. Guess that explains when he meant that he said he can't just check his log, huh? Figures. She gives us an annoyed look and says, for fuck's sake, you could have mentioned that sooner. Yeah, sorry. But you are right. If that's true, how did the toy detect them? Unless... perhaps it simply detects the timer he's been wearing around his wrist? On top of telling him how much time he has left, it might also serve that purpose, right? I guess so, yeah. She doesn't look awfully convinced, but I think it makes enough sense, doesn't it? While we stand there, pondering whether there's any way to trick the system behind this door and whether doing so would even help us to get out of here, the rumbling of the elevator returns. And with it, Null. Okay, Chad, hands up. Null is back. It's the first chance Valerie gets to see him, and she glares at his face with the most damning of expressions. Hello there. I hope you've been doing well so far. Though, to be more precise, I already know how well you've been doing, how much progress you have made, and that it wasn't all that much. Which doesn't come as much of a surprise, mind you. After all, you barely know anything about the remaining teams so far. Already. I hope that the second visit of the QT members will change that. But in order to motivate you a little further, I think you should use this opportunity to specify some of the rules. I should use it. As some of you have already guessed, I am indeed monitoring everything you say. More precisely, I have direct access to the nanologs in this facility and can therefore read through all of your conversations. Do keep that in mind from now on. That access allows me to ascertain when one of the QATs of the ATs manages to figure out what I consider to be the truth about the secret member, the QT. Once that happens, that AT will be declared the winner. I don't care how long it takes you to reach that point. You can stay here for as long as you like, or as long as the supplies last you. Though I assume sleeping would be rather unpleasant for two of you in particular. Oh, how I pity them. As soon as one of the teams has reached the truth, however, the game will conclude immediately. Okay, so the beds are stone and the two of us are the two humans. He's saying Evelyn would just power off on the stone slab. The winners will be allowed to leave together with their corresponding QT partner and a secret participant, while the remaining participants will die. I loved how he just stands there. I think it's really cool. I've been prepared for this. I knew he would say this. Oh. I don't see them as part of the team. No, that's fine. I think it's great. It's great misdirection. Null wouldn't want to make it clearer. Null wouldn't have wanted to be that clear. But that kind of makes sense, I guess. They talked about it earlier too. That so it could have made sense. I'm just very in my head about this. Is Evelyn actually an android thing that maybe isn't the point at all? I'm reading... I've made up my own language and now I'm reading it in that language, you know. I've been prepared for this. I knew he would say this, and he probably knew that we already knew he would say this. Still, it makes me question everything I've done up to this point once more. So far, I haven't done a single thing to help us get out of here. Okay. Fucking let's Google. Let's Emilia. Okay. It's not that much. Let's find. Let's go for what we... Maybe that's not... Yeah, Emilia. I know Emilia. Okay, I don't think there was suddenly anything new there, but I've kept completely quiet, haven't even mentioned knowing Emilia at all. But while I might not care whether I get out of this alive, I can't make that choice for these two, can I? These two and Oliver. Will my inaction lead to their deaths? I guess that's just the way I've always been. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you do have to kinda, but I think it's good. No, I think it's good. 'Cause this makes you have to remember when it happened and then just flip through the pages to get there. Just think about it as like, it's emergent gameplay. Call it that or something. After all, I never told Sophie that I knew Emilia as well. That day, when she walked up to me asking whether I'd seen her anywhere, whether I knew anything, no matter how insignificant it might be, I told her straight to her face that I didn't. I never talked to her. Not talking about what was more important to me than potentially saving her. I've always prioritized my own comfort above how that could impact those around me. Could I have made a difference? Could she have been found if I opened up about everything I knew? No, I didn't know everything. Sure, I lied, I can't deny that, but I truly didn't have any hints towards where she could have been. We hadn't spoken in months, years at that point. And it's the same thing now, isn't it? Sure, I'm keeping info from them, but none of it is all that's insignificant to begin with, right? Just let me escape for a little while. Escape for a little while longer. If not from this place, then at least from the truth. A familiar sound interrupts my train of thought. We just stand there and watch as the door in front of us slowly slides open. Oliver steps back into our hall looking much more frustrated than before. Understandably so. Welcome back. I hope you've been doing well, given the circumstances. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I just wanted to hit like 1 or 2 lines speaking as Oliver, because I haven't gotten to do his accent for a while. Fuck. What? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, listen, you all heard what that dude just said. I think we've got lots to talk about. Ah, fuck. I might have to rewatch. I can't rewatch the VOD to remember it myself. Fuck. Ma, what? Yeah. That's Ma Michelle. Michelle. Suckamania, go to bed. Quietly nod in unison. Despite that, we just keep standing around, unsure where to begin. Maybe, well, before I forget, might I ask whether you had a chance to eat anything yet? We still have some leftovers, so... But an abrupt change of plan. Didn't we have lots to talk about? Sure, some good grub might just brighten my mood, eh? That would be nice indeed. Let's all head to the kitchen then. Then again, maybe she just thought it would be better to lighten the atmosphere a bit before trying to discuss any serious topics. And she might just be right. Evelyn walks ahead with the rest of us following behind her. Oliver stops dead in his... I need to know why he stopped dead in his tracks. What's up, old man? Already out of breath? No, I just... What the hell happened to this place? I've been gone for 90 minutes and you wrecked the whole room? Oh, yeah, he really does not have his Neuralink implanted. Huh? Oh. I guess we left more damage than we realized. We wanted to make sure that we weren't missing any kind of secret exit that might have potentially been hidden by AR. I'm not playing all of it today. I'm not playing all of it today. I'm trying to now find a spot where to pause. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything. Oh, you could have just asked me instead of wasting all your energy on this, but oh well. Well, we could have really done that, huh? She glares at me. How is this my fault? Not like Evelyn said anything. Her eyes drift off, landing on something behind me. Alright. While we're at it, there was something else I wanted to ask you. Yeah, what is it? That file cabinet over there, is it, well, a file cabinet or just some kind of textureless block of nothingness? Funny you mention it. We actually just talked about the same thing over in the QT. Oh, really? Then did you try to open it as well? Well, yeah. Actually, Emilia told us that she did open it before we returned. See, she said she found a photo inside. One of her and some guy she didn't recognize. Wait, me? No, Oliver would have mentioned that. Was it... what was his name? Avery? What did he look like? Oh, we didn't actually get to see it for ourselves. She left it inside the drawer, and when we wanted to open it again, well, it didn't work anymore. So, it was locked? Seems that way. Guess it could have been our photo after all. Nah, that's absurd. How would Null have gotten his hands on something like that? Chat. Chat, come on. That's where we're pausing. Is this the most terrible spot to pause to conclude today's broadcast? Perhaps. But come on. I think there's a point that my brain accepts as a stopping point. It's true. It truly is. Oh, dude. I mean, if Devin Chat says so. What if I just click one more dialog box? Oh, just... But if you say that... Okay, okay. That just means we get a good... I saved, right? Yeah. Put me to the main menu. Oh man, I should have saved. Hold on. Well, I saved. No, I meant I should have saved before a different thing. Just give me a moment. I'll play some music. There you go. We can close the game now. I'm closing the game. Meanwhile on YouTube. So I'm planning on just continuing tomorrow probably. Towards the evening. If I get a lot of other stuff done. There's the soundtrack. The soundtrack is quiet on YouTube. You have some music. I'll try to start at maybe at 18, maybe at 20. Let's say... I want to play for, well, let's say 19. Around 19. Because I have work on Tuesday, where I have to get up early. This one might be really loud now, though. I don't know. Yeah. Well, there you go. Now I have a time that I'm bound by. So I can at least play another 2-3 hours or something without it being... I say 2-3, so it'll probably like 4. Something like that. It's quite likely. Dude, I'll check out the OSD. I'm not subscribed to the Anamnesia YouTube channel. I should be. So should you, chat. Well, I shouldn't look at the other. I'm not looking at the other names of the soundtracks. I'm not looking at the names of the other soundtracks. Oh, also, we're in the void again. Sorry about this. Hold on. What do you want? Nope. This one. This one. Nope. That's the wrong. I found the music. I found the music. I know how to type things into the internet search engine of the internet. Yeah. We'll continue tomorrow. I found music. Yep. Oh, the song is over, I think. kind of. Yeah. We'll continue tomorrow. This game's fun. I like it. Well, game is a... It's a game, but I just get to read and then point at things and be like, I bet it's this, and then later I'm proven right or wrong, and I get to go, whoa. It reminds me of reading a book. Cool stuff up ahead? I believe so. Because I feel like I just got past the full-on setup. And this is where things will start getting a little crinky-cronky. I mean, we haven't even found out that much about what's actually up with Emilia. Follow everyone. I'm not gonna follow everyone in chat. It could be, I don't even know how many people that are, but it could be like millions of people in chat right now. But if everyone followed me, that would be kinda cool. Like... Toaster had the same idea I had, yeah. I'm gonna follow everyone in chat. If they follow me, follow for follow. I follow Toaster. I follow you, Floss. And to the shy people in chat, you can follow after the stream is over, which is like gonna be about now. Yeah, and if you wanna check, if we do 19, you probably have enough time if you wanna watch the start of the VOD before that. But I think I'll put it on YouTube later. Yeah, have a nice day, everyone. Or should I say, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your morning, day, or evening, wherever you are. And yeah, I just hope you have a good one. See you again tomorrow, actually for real for you. And the song is over. It's perfect. See ya.